Hey, welcome
Hey.
to another episode of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Tomb of Annihilation.
Boom, 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 boom.
And it just so happens I was very fortunate and some of the cameras working. But not quite all of them. For instance, right now Nerevar is showing up under Kellisto's screen. So let me...
It's I mean, it's like opposite day, right? Everybody plays each other's characters. I think that would be fun, actually.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
No, we can do that on April Fools or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, why don't we start off with introductions while I'm rearranging some of these.
But who goes first? That's the question.
Kashcah.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'm Kashcah. I am Dungeon Master for this motley crew. We're playing Tomb of Annihilation. Who's next?
Next is Gao, the NPC. He's a little kobold.
Gao is a cutie.
Yeah, you want to tell us about Gao?
Gao is a kobold. He's very well dressed. Because we made him king of the kobolds by giving him a silver crown.
Yes.
A silver crown. And he is amazing and is basically my automatic turret with a slingshot on my back.
Pew, pew, pew.
His DPS is low.
But it's DPS, Vallen.
That's
and
right.
What matters.
But he's the cutest darn turret in the West. All right, and
I suppose that's me.
Yeah, next is you.
Next is me. I play Aelia, the Centaur Cleric. Nearly forgot who I was. And I am Rorax onlines, and I have a YouTube channel where you can check me out at RoraxPlays. I believe Vallen has a link for that sort of thing.
Yep. Should be in the descriptions below, whether it be YouTube or on the Twitch.
And everything's all messy and out of order because I am very tired.
Thus why we will be
on to the next one.
striving today. Okay. Next is Callisto. No, it's not Callisto. It's actually Nerevar. I fixed his image now. So Nerevar.
Hey, I'm fixed. Yeah, that's me. What up? I will be playing as Tobias Salazar, who is more or less not ordinary human, because he's a Spacial sorcerer who is commanding his eidolon Arokh Ironscale, who was a dragon.
Yup. And then next to Nerevar we have Kellisto, who will unfortunately not be able to join us today. But next, and she plays a half-druid elf. She's not here to defend herself, so I have to take advantage of this. She's a half-elf druid. And she goes by the name of Kellisto of the Godbear clan.
The Godbear?
The Godbear. And then next to her we have Lyssa, who will be without camera today, but she is here and present.
Yes, I am playing, sorry for the voice, I am playing Valia Bonesmasher. I am a Barbarian Lizardfolk, and a Lizardfolk Barbarian, however. And I'm gonna eat lots of little vegan creatures. Sorry.
Eat your vegetables.
I'm gonna eat some vegetables for a change. Yay!
Maybe we'll get some minerals
Plot
in your
twist.
diet too with the gargoyles. But
Plot twist. Valia goes veggie.
Avoid that hypno frog that we let loose because man, they're rough.
Hypno frog. That's new. That sounds more like a Pokemon. Oh, and then next to Lyssa is myself. I'm Vallen. I will be playing Ulfgar Holderheck, a dwarven bard / sorcerer. And I guess that's about it. I guess it's time for the recap, which our group of adventurers. Yes, hello, little pug. There may be pugs in the background here and there. So our group of adventurers thinks that they may have found the lost city of Omu. So it's no longer the lost city. It is now the found city of Omen.
You'd like to think that.
We scouted out the place before entering, finding out that it was infested with gargoyles. And not really wanting to have a straight-up confrontation with the entire populace of gargoyles, we figured we would try and sneak our way in, of which we so far actually did a pretty good job. Got in, saw some ruins, haven't really found many peoples. This red path defines where the route that we took to come in. Found evidence of other people that have recently been here. But then we also came across these guys, little veggie pygmies, who were then sacrificing a little frog people into the lava lake. Some of our party did not care for that, and therefore we encouraged them to set him free by one means or another. You'll have to watch the previous episode to find out how. And then we proceeded on to scare the rest of them that were left away. Whether it was on purpose or not, it happened. And then we were left at that point, if I'm not mistaken, Kashcah?
Yeah. Yeah, except like Roll20 has just decided that it's going to be unresponsive. So I'm totally blind. Yeah, so you hang on, let me try reloading. Apologies, one moment.
Well, while you're reloading,
this
I will describe that the yellow arrows define one of our adventurers' paths that we took, but the red line more or less defines the path that we have taken so far. And we started by approaching here and arriving at the X at this point here that I might be highlighting on the screen. I think I am. My pointer should be there.
Okay. I think I'm back in business. Now I've just got to wait for the map to load.
I forget what we noticed with that big yellow area, that yellow circle over there.
The big yellow over in the lava?
Yeah.
That was actually where Arokh landed with where he was able to glide down to with the froggy dude.
We'll move that icon over there then, because I put his icon in the wrong spot.
Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. Okay, so that's where you left off pretty much. You'd kind of scattered the few remaining folks. The grung was long gone. He ran off into the jungle very quickly. Nobody had really pursued him. So,
yeah.
So yeah. So you kind of are able to. I mean, whatever you want to do next, really. Right now it's kind of mid-afternoon. It feels like the time of day that we always start, but
well, we entered the city at first light.
Yep. But I mean, you spent a fair amount of time faffing around with the veggie pygmies, so so maybe early to mid-afternoon. Is about the time of day. So the sun is kind of not quite directly above you, but is pretty high in the sky still. No rain at the moment, but it is very humid, and this is kind of, it's almost a little sun trap down in the city here. And you do get the feeling that this is like, and just looking at kind of the architecture of the buildings that you've observed so far, that this was once kind of a very fine city. But it has now been reduced to ruin. Every building that you've seen so far has been, broken to various degrees. Some of them look like they have stable roofs. Some look like they do not. So it's up to you where you would like to go from here. I will say, the one thing that if folks could make me a perception check, I will let you know if there's anything else of interest that you notice. Okay.
I noticed everything.
I noticed her noticing everything.
I spy with my lizard eye.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Holy
Everybody sees
jeez.
everything. Okay, fine. No surprises at all. Bad guy is over here. No, I'm just kidding. But you do see in this area here, I don't know if you can see me pinging, hopefully.
Yep.
So there's a small kind of except Arokh. Oh dear.
Arokh is still sick.
Aftershock.
Right.
He's still aftershock.
Yeah, still shaking off the poison from the grung. Yeah, but from this area, you see wisps of smoke circling up into the sky.
Do we hear any more of those drums, or did we finish, or was that the last of it with the veggie pygmies?
No, Ulfgar, you killed the last of the drums.
I didn't kill
Murderer.
anybody.
They voluntarily decided to appease their gods.
Right. Okey-doke. But no, you
Okay.
don't hear any more drums.
Okay.
I look at everybody. I'm like, I guess we'll head that way. It looks like there might be some barbecue.
Barbecue.
Sure. Did we want to inspect buildings along the way, or are we just heading for things?
I think they look pretty worn down and broken. I mean, I guess we could kind of look at them as we're going by.
All right.
GM, meta question.
Yes.
Last episode, when we were on the cliff top,
Mm-hmm.
did I notice any particularly religious buildings out there?
Yes, you would have noticed some kind of more religious looking ones. Like, actually, this one would have kind of caught your eye as being quite shrine like, as did this one here. And let me think. I think those being the closer ones to you, probably.
And the others would have been kilometers away, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
have noticed really.
Yeah, probably. Yep, those two. Wait, hang on, let me see. Where the other? And actually, in the shenanigans with the veggie pygmies and the growing and everything, probably got a quick look at this one, and that one looks quite shrine-like as well. The one up here on the little plinth.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. So Aelia's gonna turn to the group and suggest, if we are to find this necromancer that we're after, we're likely gonna have to look for catacombs or a graveyard of the sort that are in the city that he may have used the original bodies from to start his work. And the most likely place to find that is temples, and I noticed a few coming in. And I'm going to, depending on where we are, I'm going to point out this building in particular, and that the smoke may actually be a sign of danger and not a sign of fine smoked meats.
I mean, if you're a necromancer, you don't want to be out in the open just doing this craziness. I mean, I was really hoping it was fine smoked meat.
Well, I suppose it
Well-
makes sense that they're here to begin with. I mean, if you need a source of dead bodies, a dead city would be a good place to go.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can go there first.
Well, do you want
It
to go
is
to
on the way.
the nearest shrine, or shall we try heading over to the one that's closer to that smoke coming up over the horizon?
I suggest we go to the one closest to us, since it's on the way to the smoke. If the smoke is still going by the time we come out of that shrine, we can check on this.
All right. Change the color here. Small. Then, whoops! I just drew a rectangle instead of a line. My bad. Yeah, in the direction of the blue arrow, DM, is where we want to go. Obviously, trying to be a bit sneaky and sticking to the buildings, peeking in as we go if there's openings and whatnot.
Okay. Alright, hang on one second. I had not anticipated that particular destination, so Give me one moment to adjust.
It's like, stick to your order. I want you to go in.
Yep, no problem at all.
How dare you not take my bait?
I'm just gonna fix this right here. Oh, that's a bit much. And then I'm gonna move you guys over to a little kind of mini map of that particular building. Okay, if only Fog of War were working in circles, that would be fantastic. Right, let me move your player characters over. No, move them over.
So wait, you're saying that there's spherical items? I thought we were in a
Heresy.
Minecraft world. Things are supposed to be square.
Okay, so let me read the description to you. No problem. So, as you might imagine, this shrine is in ruins. Well, wait, hang on, before we get there. So you're sticking to the arrow, gotcha, the blue arrow is kind of like your route. Is that right?
Yes.
Generally, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you kind of stick to the shadows of the buildings and some of the shrubs and there are smallish trees, like little tiny palm trees and stuff. Look like they might have been part of somebody's garden once upon a time, because they seem much more tame than the big palm trees you've been seeing in the jungle. So you stick to the shadows and this overgrowth, and you're able to make your way over to this shrine. And it is in ruins. There's a walled compound, as you can kind of see from this overview here. And these tall monoliths flank the entrance of this compound. So you can kind of see those two big, if you zoom in, you can see those two big, big monoliths at the front. These are decorated with the images of a jaguar and 6 snakes sprouting from its shoulders. And then there's a stone door set into the very front of this kind of circular building in the middle. That's kind of what you can see if you're walking up to the very front of it where these 2 monoliths are. I will leave you there, and you can decide if you want to head in or do anything else.
Am I mistaken in seeing that there may be a break in the wall so that we wouldn't have to go through the front gate?
You are not mistaken. You can, in fact, try and sneak in the back if you so prefer.
I was more implying right there.
Oh, yep, sorry. Yep, you're right. Yeah, you could do that as well.
I would recommend that we do that so that we don't go through any triggered entryway traps, if there are any.
I'd like to look for any traces of presence. If there is anybody.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, make a survival roll for me, please.
Survival, okay.
Yep, to do like some tracking of... You're looking for like footprints in the dirt and stuff like that.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, everybody's doing it. You do see some Tobias. You see not humanoid footprints, but animal footprints actually. You see what look like kind of big cat footprints actually. How strange.
Big cat footprints.
Kogors, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Could also be tabaxi.
Or manticore.
Or manticore. Yep.
I've heard of tigers in a jungle before.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as far as you can kind of tell.
Keep going. Perhaps a large sphinx,
Plot twist. That will be Azaka.
Could even be Rakshasa.
Oh, yeah, could be.
I'm just going to go with a large tabby cat.
Ulfgar, always so positive.
Hi. I would like to sneak through the side entrance.
Okay, let me bring you guys over to this here map. And hopefully there's going to be a lot of it that's dark because this covers multiple buildings in the city. But you should be able to see one kind of up towards the top middle that is revealed to you, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. All right, and I've put your tokens on there, so feel free to move around as you wish.
Jump
So,
up.
Ulfgar, you're going to sneak in?
Yeah. Basically, snap to corner. No, snap to center. So now I was just going to come in and go over to the side of the door, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is. It doesn't really show on here, but there is a stone door at the front here.
Okay.
Again, those map makers.
Do.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. Sneaky. Tell Flippy to stay with Cole.
Okay. Yeah, Flippy will hang out with Kellisto.
Okay, question. Did we took a long rest after the encounter last session or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Nobody's rested.
Oh yeah, have I used any spells?
All of them. But
Oh, that's
but you
excellent.
then rested, so you're good.
I
thought we just established we didn't.
yeah, he's being
I'm
trolled.
just being a butt. You're fine. You didn't use it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody but Nerevar used any. I tried to grab them, but they were too slippery for me. I'm gonna peek in the door.
Okay, so the door is closed at the moment. Are you going to?
That's right.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I just took some cold meds. Okay, I'm gonna put my ear to the door. Well, my ear thing to the door. And see if I can hear anything inside. I probably can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Arokh, then he's going to try to climb on the roof.
Okay.
And just like look at Ulfgar and point, show off.
Just as stealthy as possible.
If you're being
As stealthy
stealthy.
as a giant,
Oh, there you
as a
go.
giant dragon can be.
That's pretty stealthy, actually.
Just waiting
He's like
for that
on the
one
tip
again.
of his claws.
Yeah, so Arokh sees it's kind of it's a stone roof that has a slight dome to it, and there is kind of a decorative piece in the center of the dome, but it doesn't look like there's a way in up here from first glance.
No openings? Any
No.
cracks?
Sure you can
Nope,
make one.
actually. It seems to be in decent shape. Pretty solid.
Damn it, what makers.
So Valia, you said you put your kind of ear to the door and you're listening. So you hear nothing inside.
Alright, I'll look at Ulfgar and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna try to open it, see if it's unlocked or whatever, and just slowly.
Let me look at one thing really quick. I need to see. So you kind of put your shoulder against the door to try it. Well, how are you opening it, I guess? Can you describe what you're doing? Not that it's important or anything.
Smash it.
Like, yeah, just smash it. Kool-Aid man it. I'm gonna just, if there's a handle, I'm gonna try to like open it, and if it's, see if it's unlocked. If it's unlocked, I'm just gonna turn it and slowly open it, push it, or pull it, however I open.
So there is a handle. So you kind of I mean, the handle moves freely, so you kind of move the handle and go to push it. But holy crap, this door's heavy. It does not budge.
It's like a portcullis. You're gonna have to lift it.
A portcullis with a handle.
I'm gonna put my shoulder in. I'll put my shoulder in to give it some.
Okay.
I will try and give her a bit of inspiration for that.
Okay.
Yay.
So. Nope. It still does not budge.
Okay, I step back, rubbing my shoulder. I'm like, it's not moving.
Ulfgar says, I could open it, but it'll make a very loud noise. Perhaps we check the back.
And then it couldn't make any louder of a noise than me ramming my shoulder into it. I'm like, Arokh.
He says, you know who you're talking to, right?
I just point at it. I was like, be my guest.
He says, hold on a minute. And he casts message to Arokh, who's up on the roof, and says, would you mind checking to see if there's a back door?
Can do.
Ulfgar says, one moment, Arokh is checking the back.
Okie doke. So let me just
Sneak.
do this.
Oh, there's a wagon.
There's a wagon.
Oh, we can get a wagon.
Oh my god. See what I mean about the circles? I really need circles.
Who's pulling said wagon?
So, there are, two creatures you see there, Arokh, and let me check their passive perception to see if they see you. I mean, that's a pretty high stealth check, so they'd have to... They do not notice you, but they look... Shockingly, they look like this.
No. No bad. No.
So, Medusa's house cat?
Meow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no good.
Or do we have Dr. Moreau over here? I mean, come on. It's not fair. So not fair.
I mean, that is literally a jaguar with 6.
So it's like a Medusa and a jaguar when they love each other.
When they love each other very much.
Very much.
Ulfgar says, the snakes are not what they seem. No, he doesn't see what he's seeing.
What is Ulfgar trying to say?
He's repeating the graffiti.
I will...
Yeah, but no, we don't know what's going on over there. We're all just waiting on Arokh to check the back. So
I'm just looking at Tobias and like, what does he see?
I don't know yet. He hasn't reported in.
Okay, Arokh. Do Arokh see their exact position?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I should do that, huh? Hang on. I need to switch layers because there are tokens for them.
Exact positions are overrated.
Layer like this. There's 2 of them.
Well, those look like they're big.
They are big.
Like size of a centaur big?
They are large classification.
Great. so they're not just...
Excuse me, is that cat in the background?
No, that's a small child screaming next door.
It's our neighbor's small child.
Wow, that is a loud small child, an angry small child.
Yeah, they're
He's like right next to the window.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. It's like I can sit out there and we can have the cat screaming, or I can sit in here and we can have occasional child screaming.
Yeah,
so
I'll
just...
They'll push the
soundproof
toddler
cube
down the slide and it'll all be good in a minute.
We'll just shove her down the slide. She'll be all right.
Anywho, what you doing, Arokh?
Okay, Arokh is going to return and report back to Ulfgar what he saw. There's big cats
Like
on the other side,
like meow cats?
like more like tigers, but
Hmm.
there's something very peculiar about them. They have snakes as a hair.
Ulfgar just kind of gives you this really inquisitive look, like, what?
Am I hearing this conversation, by the way?
You're close enough, I would imagine so.
Yeah, I would say so.
Aelia takes her spear and points at the monolith and then says, Ulfgar, that sounds shockingly like this.
Ulfgar says, right, but, still, I've not seen one of those before. I don't know if they're friendly or dangerous, but you said that they're large? How big? I'd imagine Arokh
These are
probably...
the size of a tiger, maybe bigger.
Bigger.
Right.
I mean, I think tigers would be like medium size, right?
But unfortunately, I have not seen any other entrance to the build.
Oh no, tigers are large as well. I'd still say they're a bit bigger than a regular tiger.
Okay. Right. Were they eating someone? How about this? If I use my spell to open the door, I'm pretty sure that they'll hear us. I make a very loud sound when it happens. You've heard it before.
Was that all you saw? No openings?
Correct.
Well, crap. I guess this is our only option is to get in this door.
There may be more inside.
Anybody has any kind of like magic to open this? I'm all waving my hands in front of the door like magic to open this.
Of course, just kind of standing there like, are you not hearing okay?
Oh.
He's like, I just said I could open it with magic, but it'll be very loud.
I'm talking more quiet magic, but I mean, if it's gonna be loud enough to whatever y'all saw, whatever he saw is coming to get us, we might as well go around there and beat him to the punch and just knock him out.
Is there like a key?
Has
Rather
anyone
than-
actually examined the door to see which way it might move?
No, I just tried to brute force it.
She's tried pushing and pulling and turning the lever, and
Yeah.
I told her it was like a portcullis, but she didn't believe me.
Kashcah, I'm gonna take a look at the door. Do I see anything peculiar about the door? Maybe like, I mean, I'm not a dwarf, but any sort of like obvious mechanism that it might lift or roll?
It looks like it. I mean, based on the position of the handle, I mean, the handle's kind of at a side, right? So it looks like it should like push open, right? But it is. I mean, it's stone. It also looks like it's solid stone. So that's kind of what you observe.
Arokh will give a try. He's going to try to push with all his strength.
Okay. So I can tell you, just taking a peek at Arokh's character sheet. You push and it feels like it should move, but it does not move. It stays put.
They won't budge. Gao, maybe you will give a try.
What do you think, Gal?
I was like, I told you, didn't want to open.
Gao says, he says, Your Majesty, you should have better command of your subjects.
I just look at Gal. I said, "I will bite your fingers off one by one."
He just kind of curls
No
his
more from
fingers, like his little clawed hands, just kind of like wraps his little fingers up.
I'm like, well, this door is not budging, so maybe it's got to be held with some kind of weird magic. Ulfgar, if you want to give it a shot, but I think we should try to go around and dispatch those creatures behind, because if not, we'll have way more to deal with than what we need.
What if they're friendly creatures?
I mean, we can try to talk to them.
Aelia
Callisto
points
can
her
speak
spear
with
at the
animals.
monolith again and says, "You think that's friendly?"
Yeah, she got a point.
He says, have you ever seen Callisto when she's transformed in the morning? She can be just as scary. I would imagine she
Point taken.
Before she's had her coffee.
Right.
Absolutely.
Bugbear with no coffee equals bad.
It also may be that this is some kind of temple to those beasts, and dispatching them might prove a negative experience.
Yeah, they got snakes around their heads, right? I mean, remember what happened last time we came across something with snakes around their heads? I got in trouble.
For killing the things with snakes around their heads, so let's not run to killing things with snakes around their heads.
I mean, we can always send the little guy there and have him go talk to him. His Royal Highness.
Ulfgar says,
Gao sticks his tongue out at you and goes...
That's the juiciest part of your body, you know that, right?
Tobias, you can detect magic, can't you? The presence of magic?
I can use magic, but I'm not very good at detecting it. Maybe Ulfgar should give a try.
sure. Ulfgar casts Detect Magic and does a 360 pan with it. Just in case it's something to do with, like, the statue as well.
Nope.
No door, no statue, nothing.
No, I mean, the door looks... gives 0 pings, and
It's
the
just a
statues
stuck door.
gives 0 pings.
Says there's nothing
And
else
we-
magical nearby.
Oh man,
Yeah, I'm
doors
just gonna look
are
at
the
the
best.
wall, look for a lever or a button or like a loose stone. You're just seeing me like clawing at them.
Let me take a look closer at this door.
Doors, yes! I love doors!
That was another spell.
Oh,
Party
stone
is
door,
stalled
tell me
at
your
door.
secrets.
Alright, yeah, you see that it opens inwards. You see there's a handle situated on the left-hand side, so clearly whoever lived here was right-handed. And it looks, like it is made of very heavy stone. Looks exquisitely handcrafted.
Any engravings? Marks?
I mean, there are engravings.
Switches?
No switches. I mean, it's a very kind of
Keyholes?
no keyholes. It's a decorative door.
Bet it opens. I look at Tobias. I bet it opens from the inside only. So maybe this is actually the exit.
I'm going to knock.
I bet where those creatures are. I bet that's where the entrance is.
So you knock on the door. Just knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you hear knocking, but you don't hear anything from inside. In fact, you don't even hear, like, usually you know how you can hear like a bit of an echo sometimes? You don't hear that. The door feels like it's like 6 inches thick, or, it feels maybe a foot thick or something like that. It feels like it's a massive door.
It looks like they should open inwards, right?
Yeah. Yep. You see there's no
Uh,
like scrape marks on the ground outside or anything like that. So.
We can't force it open.
If it opens inward, this can't be an exit.
Well, you said it's a temple, right? I'd imagine that this would just be the general entrance. But you'd think that temples would be welcome to worshippers.
Shrine.
Ah, shrine.
As opposed to temple.
This is a dedication to something. It's not necessarily a place of worship.
I would imagine it'd be a dedication to one of those, and he points up to the statue. Seeing as how there's a couple out back right now.
Aelia
Remember
nods.
last time we came across a statue?
You got in trouble.
I got in trouble.
I feel like that sentence applies to a lot of things for Valia. It's like, it's like, leave it blank and insert random word here.
I think the way in is either by making a loud noise, or we go greet the two out back, or we just leave this and come back some other time. I see that being
You
my
win,
three
Door.
options.
You win.
Aelia turns to Arokh and says, Arokh, you're probably the safest one to go say hello.
We just can bypass them.
You're meaning because he
we don't
can...
have to slaughter everything on our path.
You're right, these don't necessarily strike me as symbols of death. Maybe they're symbols of predation, but they're not necessarily symbols of...
Well, being the size that they are, I'd imagine that they probably are predators and might see us as food.
Dwarves are food, not friends.
Aye.
Okay, Tobias is going to try to open the door. Anyway.
Okay.
Do it.
Let me check. Nope.
With your investigation roll?
I looked at Tobias' strength.
Oh, okay.
And
I suspect none of us have enough strength to move the door.
I think Valia normally does, but it was stuck fast for her.
Yeah.
And Ulfgar's terrible with mechanisms, so this is why he carries his knock spell.
Aelia is gonna march up to the door and turn her hindquarters toward it and kick the door.
Oh, jeez.
okay. Okay.
I'm letting y'all know now. I can push pull a drag 450 pounds. If I ain't moving it, none of y'all are gonna move it.
Ulfgar says, whatever, that's me after I've had a good meal. Come on.
So Aelia, yep, you walk up and kick the door. Hang on.
Build.
Okay. So you... Okay. So you kick the door and you think it moved the tiniest bit. Like before where it was snug up against the frame around the front of it, now there is a tiny gap.
We've got progress. Aelia turns back round, human side to the door. Or elf side to the door, actually, I think. And says, Valia, why don't you give me a hand here? And can we do a combined strength? Or can Valia help me push?
Valia, are you open to assisting?
Yes.
Okay. So between the two of you, you are able to slowly push the door open. Having Aelia having, all 4 hooves planted on the ground, and your combined strength, you're able to shift it. It moves incredibly slowly and is just very heavy, right? Just kind of sits very heavily on its hinges. But it does finally kind of like swing open wide enough for you to get a look. And you can see, going down into here, a set of steps. And then the room opens up a bit.
Aelia gestures with a hand to Ulfgar. After you.
Oh, thank you very much. And he kind of gestures and continues walking. It just walks right in.
Okay.
Is it dark?
It is dark.
He casts light spell on... he doesn't need it, so he would cast light spell on one of Valia's javelins as he walks in.
Okay. All right. So as you walk in, you see the steps descend into a 15-foot high, moss-covered room. There are these 4 you can probably just about see them. These 4 little alcoves. Can you see those kind of just peeking out there a little bit?
Yep.
4 alcoves around the room in which stand statues of Amuan warriors. And they are overlooking the central feature of the room, which is this right here, a barred gladiatorial pit in the floor. Each statue does look like it was meant to be holding something. They're all kind of standing like this, like they were supposed to be holding something. But whatever they were holding is now missing. On the far side of the chamber, over here, you see a stone pedestal stands conspicuously bare. There's nothing on top of it. And then the relief over here on the wall shows a monstrous jaguar with 6 snakes protruding from its shoulders, fighting off a squat frog-like humanoid armed with a spear. And then to the left of that, there is a narrow tunnel with stairs leading down.
Ulfgar looks down in the pit, looks back up at people behind him and says, "Looks like those 2 creatures we saw out back might have been kept in here as some kind of, I don't know, things that were fed." And he moves aside so other people can step in, and he goes up to start checking out some of these little things in the alcove.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they were in there, how did they get out?
Well, most of the place is in ruin, so I'd assume that something crumbled and allowed them escape. Or somebody set them free.
So you can see, when you're looking down in the gladiatorial pit, you can see there's a tunnel either side that looks like it's kind of leading off. But you can't really see where.
What are the statues?
The statues are these big warriors. So yep, they're stone. They look actually kind of like, you've seen this one place before. There was a statue that of a similar looking person. Actually at what's her name? Nangalore, right, where you found the orchid and found the Medusa. They look kind of like that, but the difference is that that one was incredibly detailed and very lifelike, and these, as a dwarf, you think have obviously been handmade.
Okay. These are handmade and not turned to stone, if that helps anybody calm themselves. Are they carrying anything? Are they holding anything?
Nope, they have one hand kind of by their side, and the other hand looks like it should be holding something, but it's not. Whatever should be there is not there.
Okay.
Just as a test, are they kind of roughly person-sized, or are they...
Yeah, they are roughly person-sized.
Okay, Aelia's gonna take her spear and see if it, like, fits decently into the stature of the statue, and see if it is like a spear that appears to...
Yes, it is very much like a spear that appears to be missing. Your spear fits quite well, actually. Yeah. It looks like that's what should sit there.
Aelia turns to the others in the shrine and says, "They're missing spears."
I just
Aelia-
like put my hand on my back against the wall. I'm like, oh, that sucks for them.
Ulfgar pats his
Alien-
trousers and says, I don't have any on me today.
Aelia looks down into the pit. Do I see any remains of maybe a fighter who's gone down, or broken weaponry, or any signs of anything down there other than rubble?
Let's see. So it looks like it's about 20 feet deep. I'd say the bars are spaced about 2 feet apart, which, again, mapmaker, that's not 2 feet apart, really. Medium or small, yep, blah, 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 blah. The walls of the pit are actually very smooth, and 6 foot high archways stand opposite each other at the bottom. You do notice in the floor of the pit is a large kind of, it looks like there's a large raised kind of stone, but you don't see any remains of people or anything, any other material down there. It's very bare, actually.
There.
Tobias would like to take a closer look to the image of this big cat with snakes.
Sure. So it shows, a big cat with snakes, very much like the ones that Arokh described, and you could probably see through Arokh's eyes as well of this this creature. So there are snakes. There are snakes. 6 snakes protruding kind of from the shoulders of these jaguars. And it is in battle with a squat frog-like humanoid.
Like a grung?
Bit bigger than that. Or, well, yeah, like kind of very much like a grung, but a little bit larger than average grung.
Okay.
Buff grunk.
A buff grung, yes. Buff grung. And that grung is holding a spear.
Okay.
I hate to take up...
Again, no engravings, anything written on it. Or just plain image. Okay.
Yep.
I hate to take up all the role-playing time, but I'm looking at the stone pedestal. I'm trying not to disturb anything. Does it look like there's been anything removed from it in the pattern of dust?
So it doesn't look like anything has been removed, but close inspection does reveal a stone hatch in the top of it. So it's like a square little kind of opening, or thing that looks like it should open in the top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Ulfgar says, I think I've found a way down.
I'm not sure what to think about this, but this seems like a dedication to warriors of a sort, and blood rites are usually something warriors take part in. So I'm wondering whether this hatch, and she traces a finger around the hatch on top of the pedestal, requires some sort of blood offering.
Right. And then Ulfgar turns around and starts taking a couple steps down the stairs.
Tobias, actually, could you make an investigation check for looking at that relief in the wall? Sorry, I just...
Okay, hang on.
Okay. You don't notice anything beyond what you've already heard.
Okay, let's move on to the stairs and head downstairs.
In case you didn't notice, Ulfgar did not seem interested whatsoever in donating blood to a foreign shrine.
Well, neither am I. This is me speaking as the player, not...
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, what do you think it'll do?
It might activate something. These old shrines often have mechanisms that kind of signify the awakening of a shrine or a dedication when a service is being held.
How much blood do you think it needs?
You know, a cut palm.
I just hold my hand out. Alright. Unless Gal, where's Gal? Where's your majesty?
Whoa, hang on. I'm not saying we actually activate this thing.
Our shrine is great. Switch out shrine for church. And yeah.
What do you say is in this pedestal? There's a
hatch.
A hatch. Can it fit a sword?
You think you might be able to like force a sword into the like where the kind of hatch meets the rest of the pedestal, but the hatch it's flush. You know, it's all level at the top. It's not raised at all. It's just a level thing with a little kind of, you can see where it looks like it might open or something.
A light bulb goes off in Aelia's head, and she says to Valia, "Can I borrow 3 of your javelins?"
I'm like, sure, there's plenty of sticks laying around outside. I can make more. But my good one stays with me, so I hand you 3 crappy javelins.
Well, your good one is also currently giving you your light source, so.
Yeah.
I think I'm wrong, and she goes to the statues and starts systematically placing them in there.
Does Ulfgar see anything around the corner of this first stair?
Yes, you do. So while Aelia is doing that, I'm going to... So you see that the path kind of like leads round a corner. It looks like nobody's been down here in decades.
I take it that's why there's like pictures of webs.
Exactly.
How heavily webbed is it? Is that just a representation, or is it actually like really heavily webbed?
It's cobwebby. It's not like a big spider web or anything.
Okay. Well, Ulfgar pulls out Bob just in case, and proceeds to walk around the corner a bit more.
Okie doke. Alright, so let's curse you, roll 20. So you can see kind of the pathway proceeding. You can probably see a bit further down.
Is that another tapestry?
Tapestry.
Tapestry.
It is another relief. It's the same, it looks like the same one that you saw in the main room. Okay, so back to Aelia, if you don't mind.
No.
So you put your spear in, and that seems to fit quite well. The javelins seem like they're a bit short, like they don't quite fit the same way that your spear did. The spear was kind of like, the tip of the spear fit nicely above the hand of the statue. The javelins, the tip of the javelin is kind of like almost sitting like in their palm.
Can we do something about this, Valia?
Sure. What do you want me to do about it?
I don't know. You're the crafty one. Can we lengthen these javelins?
Let me rummage through my pack and see what I got.
Oh boy, we could be here a
Might
while.
be able to fashion some, extra javelin or something and break it and fashion it to where it's longer with some rope.
That sounds like it'll work.
Alright, I'll work on that. Well, of course, doing what he's doing. I'll lengthen them with another javelin, break it to pieces, and make.
Looks like the mending spell's going to come into valuable soon.
Okay, so while you're working on that, Ulfgar, you can see the hallway proceeds down, like another 25 feet, and then goes round another corner.
And both of these tapas are...
They're reliefs. They're like stone reliefs in the wall.
Stone reliefs are the same as the one that was up here?
Yep. Okay.
And continue down.
And you see... you see through the this bit here. Hang on, let me uncover that. So the tunnel meets up with the opening at the bottom of the pit.
Question. Does it look like there's any gates, locks, what do you call it? The things that would drop down and
portcullis?
Yes, a portcullis. That's exactly what I was looking for. Portcullis along the path that I've traveled, or the one in front of me?
Not along the path that you've traveled. Not in this area, at least.
Okay. So I'd like to move forward. Is it a full-size doorway, or would I have...
Yeah, no, it's full size. It's poorly because the pit is so deep. They're trying to do perspective, but it is like much taller than you, actually.
Okay, so I guess I just move 5 feet at a time, looking to make sure that there's no locks or anything keeping me stuck in place, or that I couldn't escape from this area until I'm down in the middle, and then I would call up.
So as you step into there, boom, no, I'm just kidding. But you do see in the center of the room, there is a raised stone. Like it's just raised like 10 centimeters or something like that. But it's just the middle kind of stone of the pit down here is raised a little bit.
The floor?
The floor.
A bump on the floor?
There is, like, the floor is all stone, right? It's like these huge stone tiles, right? And the one in the middle is raised just a tiny bit.
Did I stand on it already?
I don't know, did you?
Seeing that, I probably would not have.
Okay.
but I guess I'll be there then. I guess.
Okay.
And I would call up lightly, assuming that they might be able to hear me because it's not too far of a drop, or.
Yeah, I mean it's 20 feet down, but yeah, you guys hear Ulfgar's voice echoing from below.
Hello. Hey up there. I found a way into the pit down here. There seems to be a raised floor tile. I'm gonna walk around it and continue exploring the other side. And
I'm a little worried about you being in that pit, Ulfgar. I have plans up.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just checking to see if there's any other inhabitants.
No, I'm quite serious. We might set something off up here.
Well, just give me one moment, because I'm almost done here. This place can't be that big.
So you see,
All right.
you see that it does the same thing on the other side, a little tunnel kind of underneath, and then opens to a corridor. And in this corridor, you see there's a series of kind of cells, actually. And in each of them, you can see there is a clay kind of depiction, very similar to the statues that were up above.
Do they seem to have any weapons, armor, anything like that?
Why, yes, they do. They have... hang on, let me look at what they've got exactly.
And they're actually in like a little jail cell.
Yeah, they're in... So they have a shield, and they have a spear, and each of the little cells does have a portcullis type door that is currently in place. So there's 4 of these guys, and they're each behind these barred kind of doors that look like they drop down from the ceiling.
Okay. Ulfgar nopes the flip out. Says, nope. You guys are hearing him as he's like, nope, I'm coming back. Nope.
They do look like they were, they look very much like the statues that you saw in the alcoves up here.
He comes up to see you guys working on the javelin things. Says there were
spears, I like to call them.
There were 4 more of the statues down there, but they were armored and they had weapons, and they were all in their own personal cells. Something tells me that whatever it is that happens up here releases them, and there's some kind of battle happens down there. People watch from above, and that's it.
So,
considering
you are suspecting them to be golems?
I have no idea, but why would you imprison a statue?
Good
We
point.
saw gargoyles earlier. Perhaps this is more of the same magic. But I'd imagine they'd come in and kill whatever it is they toss down there, and then they go back into their cells.
Well, we should be fine up here then.
I just walked all the way through to them.
Well, if their magic is designed such that they only fight in the pit, surely they stay in.
Wow. I have no idea.
What happens in the pit stays in the pit.
Let me take a look up here.
Right.
Rather down there.
Well, you'll have to light a torch then. He only lights
I
upstairs.
sure did.
I can only
Burning the cobwebs away as you go.
I can only have one light at a time.
Filthy cobwebs. Do I see anything here?
You see 2 stone carvings in the wall that are the same as the one that was upstairs. Same as this one.
Exactly the same?
Yep.
How's our spear project coming along?
Yeah, I mean, you've got a couple of javelins that have been converted to Java spears.
Java spears.
Well, I feel like they're like Yaz spears. I'd say you've got like 3 spear ish shaped. One regular spear and 2 of your javelins are converted so far.
Chris says, all right, so whatever you do, just wait for Tobias to get into the middle of the pit before activating it. He says with like sarcasm. Dripping.
Aelia just squints at you because she's not sure she reads the sarcasm.
He says, don't activate anything till Tobias gets back.
Oh.
So yeah, Tobias, you see the hallway proceeds and then turns to the left. But these reliefs look very similar to exactly the same actually as the one that you saw upstairs.
I'm going to take a much closer look.
Okay.
Still no clue what's going on?
Yep, they look pretty much the same.
No differences.
Nope. No differences.
Not for 2 points, there ain't.
Okay, down there I see the same thing as Ulfgar did.
Yep, you see this. Yep, stone tile in the middle as it sits a little bit taller than the rest of them.
There is no grate on the entrance, right?
Right.
This must be somehow.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that must be some sort of locking mechanism in the doorway. So, yeah, I'm going to go back then.
Okay. All right. By the time you get back, Aelia and Valia, you have completed the last Java spear.
Great. Let's get them into the hands of these statues, and I am going to proceed to.
I'll go to the other side and put the other 2 on the statue.
Yep.
Ulfgar's going to go over here.
I see what Ulfgar's like. I'm going to run out the door. If anything bad happens, I am done. So yeah, you put the first one in. Nothing happens. Put the second one in, and you're kind of like just placing it very like specifically because it seems like it should trigger something. And you stand there holding your breath for a second, and nothing happens.
So all 4 are now in hands, and there's nothing happening.
Correct.
I'm like, maybe this thing here. Yeah, I think we need to use this.
Ulfgar says, I hesitate to mention it, but the statues I saw down there. And he kind of says under his breath, each has a spear.
Sorry, what was that, Ulfgar?
They each had a spear.
You're going to have to speak up, my short friend.
And he says,
They had beards? Oh, you have a beard.
They've got
They
beards
have
glued
bears?
on.
so
They
they
have
each had a
bears?
spear down there. Each of the statues had spears.
Oh,
The ones that were imprisoned.
And how many were there?
4.
Hang on. Let me try something. Tobias is going to unsheath the shutter and try to fit him into the slot on the pedestal.
it's not a slot, it's a hatch.
Yeah, in the hatch.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay, so you kind of like Chatter's like, what do I look like? A crowbar or something? I'm thoroughly disgruntled by this. So you're kind of putting the tip of the spear, like trying to put it down in the gap where the hatch is. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to attend. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So I need then you three to make a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you. Thank you.
Blame Chatter. It's all
I'm
Chatter's
saved.
fault. It's all Chatter's fault.
Thank you for circumventing the puzzle and dooming us all.
Jam
Oh!
It's an electricity trap, isn't it? It's just zit right up the sword.
So let's see. So you're kind of trying to fit the actually it's kind of appropriate because everybody except Tobias is okay. Well anyway, I'll explain what happens. How about that? So you're trying to fit the sword down in this tiny little gap between the hatch and the rest of the pedestal, and suddenly from over here you hear this hissing sound, and gas, like this slightly different colored gas, just shoots out from this area, and hits kind of this whole. Here, let me just draw a thing, maybe. Okay. Hits like this whole area here.
Excuse me.
So it makes you kind of like cough, and it like it just gets like into your face, and into it actually stings on your skin a little bit as well. And let's see, Tobias, you take 14 points of poison damage, and Valia and Aelia, you take 7. But the gas doesn't stick around. Luckily, it kind of like it shot out of that somewhere over by the relief. It quickly kind of dissipates.
Aelia, coughing and spluttering, goes for his spear, flips it around so the point is just below her hand, and then smacks Tobias upside the head with the...
What are you doing over there?
What was that for?
Did that look like a slot for your dagger?
Oh, Chatter got called a
Yeah,
dagger.
Chatter says, murder her immediately for calling me a dagger. And then kill yourself, because that was a stupid thing to do.
So rude.
I'm just like, can we stop putting things in other things? I didn't like that. That wasn't very good. So
I'm gonna cast Mending on myself and Aelia. Myself and Aelia? Aelia and Valia.
Okay. All right,
Mending?
Yeah. Healing.
Oh, okay.
Healing.
Sorry. I'm like, mending.
So pink.
What part is broken?
If
My
you're
This
just...
is for myself, and this is for Valia.
thank you. Hey, I got the 7 back.
Yeah, you both feel great. Tobias, meanwhile, looking a little under the weather.
I'm like, okay, so we know that, and I point at the thing on the wall. I'm like, we know if you put something wrong in there, that is gonna open up. We don't want that to happen. Something crawl in there and die? Ugh. I'm
It
all
doesn't smell
sniffing
great.
myself.
I have a
There's
much
just a bunch
better
of rotten
idea.
eggs, century-old eggs in there, just waiting.
Very, very well then. I'm taking a step back.
And you said they were in jail cell.
I did, yes.
She waggles her spear and says, "What if we kill them from a safe distance with a barrier between us and them?"
Well, they do resemble that they're just statues, but I don't know exactly. For all we know, we might attack and then the gates open.
Then why do they have bars in the first place?
I couldn't tell you. I'm just guessing here.
Aelia marches down the steps for the first time herself,
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you see same stuff I've described for Tobias and Ulfgar, the 2 stone reliefs. Looks like nobody's been down here in decades except for 2 recent sets of footprints. And in the center of this pit, the center tile is slightly raised.
Aelia is going to avoid the center tile and go directly here.
Ulfgar quickly runs and tries to catch up to you, and casts light on your spear, which then... Sorry, Valia, yours goes out. But you have Tobias with a torch. But he catches up to you real quick, because obviously you're probably struggling a bit without being able to see very well.
Well, I saw the raised platform from above, so I was aware of it. Thank you, Ulfgar. But get ready to run in case your theory is correct.
I don't worry about that.
And I'm going to jab the first statue through the bar with my spear.
Okay. So you do notice that
Sorry.
you do notice that these statues, they look like they're not quite as solid as the ones up above. They're not quite as stony looking, and they do have a shield that looks kind of like it's not part of the statue, and a spear that also looks like it's not part of the statue. So you jab at them. Make an attack roll.
I would if I could find my player sheet.
Okay, that hits the gladiator. And make a damage. Okay. Let me just check. Does it have any? Nope. So your spear, seems to damage the statue in front of you, and the statue immediately kind of where it was in a solid pose before, shifts its gaze to look at you squarely in the face, Aelia, and that's when the portcullis begin to raise. And yeah, and actually it's not, I mean, it's what's the, oh, it is portcullises, isn't it? That's the plural. All of them are beginning to raise.
Do we hear anything up there?
Yeah, you hear kind of a mechanical noise of metal on steel, or metal on stone, and mechanics, some kind of mechanical workings.
Uh-oh. I'm like, Tobias, do you hear that?
Ulfgar says, "Don't wait for me," and he uses a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Aelia, and activates his helmet's stone skin ability, and then starts just moving as fast as he can out of the way.
Aelia grapples Ulfgar on her way past and throws him onto her.
Okay. He wouldn't resist.
Okay. So yep, you're able to run kind of back up to the surface.
Okay.
I take it you're kind of circumventing the stone, the middle stone? Okay. All right. So yeah, you're back up in the main room.
We've got company.
What did y'all do?
Turns out Ulfgar was right, so they activate if you stab him through.
Why would you stab them? They were locked up.
She wanted a new spear.
Okay.
No, I wanted to know what this shrine offered.
Let's roll some initiative.
Oh dear.
I'll get Kellisto. Where are you, Kellisto? There you are.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
That's you climbing down off my back.
Actually, it's more like you come through and I I catch my helmet, which I'm not familiar with, on the doorway arch. And I just tumble to the side.
So I'm like, in the meantime, I was like, what do you think this thing does? And pointing at this stone thing.
I think that's the reward, she says with a smile to Valia.
Your eternal reward.
Tobias has already received it.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I mean, that would maybe it makes sense. I mean, try to take it and it gives you, you know, smelly gas.
Got to earn it.
Like, besides, how are you feeling over there, Tobias?
Well, I think we're about to find out in a second.
Tobias, you were asked the question, how are you feeling?
Much better now.
Well, good, because we're about to fight some clay gladiator thingy. Do you think we need to fight them down there?
I think there's some kind of switch on the floor, perhaps. Maybe a pressure plate. They might activate it themselves and lock themselves in, I would hope.
Well, I mean, if we want to see if this thing really is a reward, we might as well go down there and beat them up.
I think we just need their spears.
Do you think that, well, that maybe that activates these things? And
Oh, Tobias, can you roll an initiative, please?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we can exclude Arokh for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Aelia, your armor class is up by 2 for the next 10 minutes or until my concentration is broken.
Okay.
Oh, no, never mind. No concentration is needed. I take it back.
It's even better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
10 minutes?
Aye.
So while you guys were running up there, these guys were kind of moving. I don't know why I did that. I can just do that. Okay. So these guys are kind of moving around a bit down here. Okay. So Aelia.
I am going to spend my turn moving to the edge of the pit and looking down.
Okay. Mr. Clay Gladiators are going to see, 10, 15, they're going to move through. Boop. Boop. Oh, except that one went too far, and that one. Aelia, so you're looking down at what they're doing, or what?
Yeah, and upon seeing them enter the tunnel, I'm going to turn back to the group and say, they're in the tunnel.
Okay, you do notice that that this last one, or you notice actually that all of them, as they walk through the room, just step on the center stone tile. It seems to sink each time one of them steps on it, but you don't see any other obvious results of that, or effects of it.
Right.
Okay, Valia.
Hopefully it lasts. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna stand where I'm at. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna ready my action. When the first one peeks its little clay foot in the door, I'm just gonna smash it with my.
Okay. All right, Tobias.
I'm going to stand next to the alien behind the Valia, and I'm going to ready guiding bolt.
Okay. Kellisto is outside at the moment. Ulfgar. Actually, I might just remove Kellisto for now, and we'll add her if we need her.
Uh, hmm. I've got Bob. I guess I'm.
You
as
look
ready as
over
I'm
and you
gonna
see Valia's eyes are on fire pretty much. And
I sound my horn.
A little bit of drool.
For inspiration on Tobias.
Okay.
And I ready an attack at the first creature through the door, assuming that it's one of those clay golems.
Okay. An attack with Bob?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Aelia, anything else you want to do to...
Yeah, I want to move here, and I'm going to set my spear. Which means that as a bonus action, when a creature I can see, which is at least 20 feet away from me, and it moves within my spear's reach on the next turn, you can make a melee attack against it as a reaction.
Okay, nice.
And the benefit of that is I can roll my damage twice.
Very good. Right, Clay Gladiator dudes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they are proceeding, boop, boop, down the whole way. Very exciting. They're not in any particular hurry. So Valia, what happens to your rage? At this point.
Lasts for 1 hour, I believe. Maybe not long. Hold on, I have to find.
I guess I was wondering if there's any kind of consequence of not being in combat.
After the time is up, it will, if I'm not hit or anything, then it will go away, but I don't remember how long. Rage lasts 1 minute or until, unless get hit or whatever. So.
Okay. Right. So then, is there anything else anybody wants to do before these guys kind of stick their heads out of the corridor?
You said that they were wearing armor?
They are dressed in very kind of like Chultan. The Chultan gladiators is kind of like probably the best way to describe their attire. So they don't have like a lot of armor on, but they, at least, I mean, depicted in their bodies, you know. But they do have a shield and they do have a spear.
Okay. Same as before, holding my action with Bob.
I'm gonna set my spear again.
Okay. All right. So then let's boop 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 do this. And this first guy is going to hang on. 15, 20, 20. So this first guy comes around the corner and comes up the stairs.
Not quite. When he gets to the stairs, he's within my reach.
Okay, doke. So here.
Yep.
He's within all of our reach.
And I will...
Okay.
Or at least I'll try to. If I can find my thing. Wait, Valia is raging. 16.
That's true. Yep. 16 still does not hit, unfortunately.
Ooh. Well, I missed then because it's 2 damage rolls, not.
Okay. Alright, then he is going to take the additional step forward and his friends are going to fill in behind him. And he's just going to swing at you, Aelia, being the one that attacks first. And let's see. Yeah, he jabs at you rapidly with his spear. So he's using it one-handed. So there's the first one.
Dwarf. Yep, it hits.
Do I not get to attack him first since he did come in?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
I said I was holding my first action
Oh,
as
yeah.
soon as he walked in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do I get to attack him first?
Yep. If you guys were holding actions, then please release the Kraken.
And I think Tobias was holding Guiding Bolt until he could see them, so technically he would have been the first one to shoot any of them. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, do you want to get this guy? So he's got a Guiding Bolt. Pew pew. That does not hit. The Warhammer does hit, the Guiding Bolt does not.
Alright, let's see if Bob hits. Oh, Bob. No. Oh, but Tobias also has inspiration if he wants to so use it.
You gave me inspiration?
I did.
So
my
it's
last
one. It's 1d4.
1d8.
1d8. Boink.
Oh, then you do hit with your Guiding Bolt.
And it is on second level.
Okay, so he takes 20 radiant damage. So you guys kind of just pummel this guy with attacks as he comes around the corner, then makes his way up the stairs. And so first he gets hit with the Guiding Bolt, and it does seem to like blast away some of his structure, you know. And then he gets hit with the spear from Aelia as he steps forward. He's just kind of like pushing through these attacks, you know, just kind of he's just very focused, and just like it blasts away parts of him, and he just keeps stepping up the steps, and he gets the jab with the spear from Aelia goes a little bit wild, but he just keeps moving. It's almost like he's a mindless automaton. And then he gets smacked with a Warhammer. Okay, so he did his 2 spear attacks. Hang on though, he does have... Where is it? Okay. Alright. And that's... Let's see, his friend back here kind of sees you, Valia around the corner, sees you hit the guy in front of him, so he is going to try and jab at you, but I will consider that you have cover from being around the corner. So wait, hang on, that increases your AC. So he's going to jab at you twice. First one misses. What is your AC normally?
16.
Okay, so I think they both miss with that cover. Okay, so Valia.
Okay, we're gonna still raging. We're gonna warhammer this guy.
Okay,
First attack.
that misses, unfortunately. Oh, that hits. Okay, so he...
And unarmed. I totally forgot what I rolled for unarmed because I don't have it fixed. Oh, I was using my bite since my unarmed as a claw, right? Still pure.
Mm-hmm.
And it misses.
Okay. So you get one swing in with the Warhammer, and he does just kind of seem like unfazed by, you know, I mean, it damages him, but he just doesn't, you know, he just kind of shrugs and continues on.
The Guiding Bolt hits, so Valia gets advantage on that. Unarmed.
Good call.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Yeah, do the damage with the unarmed.
Oh yeah, I forget about that.
Yeah, me too.
For the bite?
Yep, for the bite.
Or the claw? There you go.
Okay. Nicely.
Thank you, Tobias.
Alright, Tobias, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move the next tile available next to them. I'm going to smack it with Chatter.
Are you standing on Valia?
I do not. There's no one here on my screen.
That's where Valia is standing.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
where I was
Oh,
standing.
sorry. I don't know what.
Where's her token though?
Her token is right there.
Okay, so I'm standing next to Ulfgar then.
Okay. That's weird.
So you can see everybody but Valia's?
Yes.
Okay.
How
Master of
strange.
disguise.
Okay, yeah, swing away with Chatter. Swing away. That hits. Okay. You slash through his
There you go.
his clay-like body. Okay, and anything else you would like to do?
Okay, fair enough.
That's really weird.
It's probably
Desyncing or
just like a
something.
reload thing.
Yeah. Then if there's nothing else you would like to do, then over to Ulfgar.
So
Or, oh wait, hang on. Is there anything else you want to do, Tobias? Or?
Actually, for the time being, no.
Okay. Ulfgar then.
So, as a bonus action, Ulfgar casts Healing Word at level 2. So let me do that on Aelia.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, just ignore the to hit. Submit. Oop. 9 points of healing. And then
She looks like she was never hit.
and then he takes 2 swings with Bob. With advantage.
Yep,
right?
with advantage, so that hits.
Cool. Yay for advantage. That's it. Wow.
Wait,
3 minus 1
I
plus
think
1
I
plus
only just got this, but does Bob stand for Battle Axe of Buoyancy?
Maybe.
Yes, it does. So then that's magical slashing damage at least. So then attack again.
Okay.
And natural 20.
Wow. Okay. Oh no.
With a why is it so low? Oh, I rolled a 1 that time. Oh my gosh.
Oof.
Really?
Oof. 2 1s. Snake eyes.
Wow. That's pretty crap. Alright, well, I did a little bit of magical damage. And a little bit of healing. And yeah, there you go. I'm done. So done.
Okay. Next is Aelia.
Right. I am going to two-handed spear the statue.
Okay. He's looking very worse for wear, by the way. It's got chunks missing. Unfortunately, that does. Oh, wait, no, that does hit, right? Yep. Hang on, let me check. Yes, that just hits.
And then I'm going to bonus action Sacred Flame. Oh, nice one, Sacred Flame.
He's not too dexterous, so takes the full whack with the Sacred Flame.
The full 5.
That's better than my natural 20 hit, so yeah.
True.
Okay,
And that's the end of my turn.
okay. So, Mr. Clay Gladiator is going to actually I forgot about something they can do. I will have to remember that next time. So he let's see, who does he think?
That's not worrying at all.
So he's going to take 2 attacks on Valia.
They can run away.
That one probably misses. That one hits though.
Ow.
Oof.
But then his friend behind him does something slightly worrying. You see him start climbing the walls. And these guys are just like, their actions are just so methodical. It's just, everything is just very logically done. And he just kind of just puts one hand in front of the other and begins climbing the wall. And going up the wall enables him to kind of come past his friend here at the front. So I'm gonna. Here's what we'll do.
Piercing damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm resistant, so I only take half. Woohoo!
Nice. I'm just gonna do this so that we can see where his friend is going. So he goes very methodically up the wall, and kind of is able to exit then, and continue round past, and ends up over here.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Sure.
I'll take it.
He's leaving your space.
No.
But that does not hit.
I think I'm more confused than anything else.
It is kind of freakish looking. Like, suddenly this guy is just like, it's like he's Velcro. And he just goes up the wall and...
Spider-Man the wall, man!
Seriously, it's a little creepy. It's like something you might see in like Silent Hill or something like that, where he just like up the wall. Anyway, he is going to spear attack you with his action, Valia. So he misses both times, I think. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Okay. All right. So wait, hang on. So that guy attacked and that guy attacked. This guy is going to do the same thing. He starts also climbing the wall, and he is going to move this way. So he is currently like up above you, Ulfgar.
Great.
Except I think he can probably make it like round to there.
On the wall. How tall is this area that we're in?
I mean, it's
15 feet, you said, when we came in.
Just curious.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's doing his Spider-Man thing, and then this guy here moves up and
it's domed, right?
Yeah, the ceiling has a slight curve to it. Yeah. Okay, so then he's not going to attack from the wall, but this guy at the back is going to try and attack you, Ulfgar, from around the corner.
Right. So my armor class is 20, but do I get cover?
You do get cover, yeah. So I would... Wait, your armor class is 20 right now?
Yes.
Yeah, then I don't think that hits with the cover.
Okay.
Okay. Right, Valia.
Another way of using
Right.
stone.
I'm like, whoa, look at these things. They're so creepy. I'm going to try to finish off that one in front of me and then turn around to the other.
Okay. That hits. Oh, he's barely standing. He's pretty, like, staggered. He's kind of, like, wobbling a little bit. Swaying worryingly.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with my unarmed and then use my second attack on the one behind me with the Warhammer.
Okay. Yep, that will hit. And that will finish him. You see him just kind of... It's like he
crumbles.
Yeah, he loses like his structural integrity and just like becomes this pile of clay behind you, and that one misses.
The other one surprised me so much and freaked me out. I was like, what are you?
Alright, Tobias. You see the one in front of you that you've been attacking just kind of crumbles, and there's a pile of globby clay on the floor.
With a shield and a spear.
I'm able to reach the one on the wall next to me.
Yeah, yep, I would say so.
So I'm going to smack it.
Yeah, it's worth noting actually. No, that doesn't. That while the clay gladiator turned into globby clay, his shield and spear are still there. Yeah, but that does not hit. Anything else you would like to do?
I should have yelled at him to take the spear.
Actually, I'm going to kind of back off.
Okay.
After missed attack.
Okay, he will take that opportunity to spear attack you. As you are kind of leaving his.
He's able to climb the wall and attack at the same time.
He has super sticky fingers.
Magnets in their clay boots.
He misses
Clay
anyway.
really is OP.
Yeah, seriously. Confirmed.
It's unfortunately 12. Yeah, it barely.
Oh no, okay. Alright. Ouch. 15. Okay, Ulfgar. You've got a friend who's looking creepily down at you.
Yeah, Ulfgar moves over, says, "You need to get out of here," and he puts his hand on Tobias and gives him like a gentle push, but also a magical one, and gives him Shield of Faith as well. So your armor class has just gone up by 2 for the next 10 minutes.
Nice.
And then he uses his bonus action to cast Healing Word on you. And he casts it at level 3. And Ulfgar looks like he's covered in stone again, by the way, so... Oops. 3, submit. So you get a total of 12 health back. And that's all Ulfgar does. And I think Ulfgar provokes an attack of opportunity by moving from the one that's in the stairway.
Thank you. Yes. And sorry. No, you've still got the stony skin, right? So
I do have the stony skin, but do I still get the bonus from cover?
Yeah, maybe not, because you're not right around the corner from him anymore.
Okay. So then I take half damage.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Alright, Aelia.
I spear the one in the stairway.
Okay.
Okay.
He's shiftier than it looks.
Then I, as a bonus action, Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, DC. That's right. Sorry. I was like, nope, 12.
That's why it's such a good one. We don't have to worry about the to hit as high.
Oof. Yep. He, okay, he takes the 12 points of damage. As you blow, kind of, the Sacred Flame blows off a chunk of his shoulder. He's staying...
slowly bake him into rigidity.
Yeah. It's going to be a terracotta gladiator instead of a clay. Do you want to stay where you are? Are you moving? Or
I'm going to stay put.
Okay. Right,
Hold the line.
gladiator friends. So let's deal with this guy first. He is going to stab twice. Damn it, I still forgot about. Oh my god. Okay, so. Ooh, okay. Sorry,
Ow.
Valia.
Oh my gosh.
And
Wow.
then the second attack.
You're taking half damage from these, right? Tell me
Yeah, and at least take half damage from the other one misses.
Yeah.
It's what, 29? Still 14 points.
So, silly question: is this one actually in my space, just above it? My old space.
Your old space.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay, so that's that guy. This guy on the wall is going to continue to climb kind of across the wall and drop down here.
Jeez.
So Ulfgar, if you want to take, he's
You betcha.
leaving your space. You want to do an attack on him with Bob?
No,
with the Bob?
no good.
Nope. Okay. And
They're
then
just out of my reach. Like, do a little hop.
then he's going to. Oh, he's totally gonna miss with his first attack.
Wow.
But then he's gonna slightly skewer you, Tobias, with 19 points of damage. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Arokh. Come get this thing off him.
Then we haven't dealt with this guy yet, have we? So he
He's grounded. He has to stay put.
he steps forward and takes his shield and just bashes it into you, Aelia. Just some significant strength behind it. So he's doing his shield bash. So I do need you to make a strength saving throw. Unless is there any, do you have any, because you have the 4 feet instead of the 2, does that help with you not being knocked prone?
I don't know. I think that's going to have to be your call, GM, because the equine build does say it helps me pushing and dragging. But does that also work with the...
I will say you can have advantage on the roll, on the saving throw.
Okay.
For the equine build. Oh, you didn't need it anyway.
That's a good roll.
So yeah, you take a chunk of damage from his shield, but you are not knocked over. Not knocked over. Okay. Alright, and that is their thing. So Valia.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off at these guys right now, and I'm hurting pretty bad, so I'm gonna continue wailing on this one.
Okay.
Dang it! Double dang it!
Well, so
It made me so mad.
The first one would hit, but the gladiator kind of like uses his spear to knock your warhammer, off of the attack, and so you miss with that one. But your bite does hit, or your unarmed does hit. Okay, so he takes some damage from that.
Take it.
Tasty clay.
Just clawing into this clay.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, so that's all yours.
Yelling profanities at this gladiator.
Right, Tobias.
Okay, Tobias being very injured. He's going to cast Cure Wounds on himself.
Tobias. And by Tobias, I mean Nerevar. Are you aware of disengage as...
It's a very good point. It means you can like use your action to break away from them, and then you, if you want to move away, they won't get their attacks of opportunity.
But you can't do any actions.
But that's your action then. It's,
There's actually no way for me to run.
Across the room. I'm not saying how to play. I'm just
Jump down the pit. Press the poison button.
No, I'm in front of the poison button. No.
Double press the poison button.
So rude.
Hang on. Killing word is hang on. Cure ones are. I have to check.
Okay.
Once, because I forgot if that is first or second level spell.
Cure wounds is first level. Healing word is first
Okay.
level.
So okay, I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You can cast it as a
Because
higher level. If you have an available slot, you can cast it as a higher level spell.
I already casted second level Guiding Bolt. Let me check
Oh, okay.
real quick. But I have 2 second level slots.
Ah, so you could burn the other one for another cure, for a higher level cure.
Correct. What do I have it set up? Hang on. Status higher level. Cure Wounds. The higher level casting. It will be high levels by 1d8. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't have this.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
It was 1d8.
Shame.
Just ringing the bell.
I also feel like Arokh is currently like, he senses your your current state, so he's probably trying to scramble through the door at the moment. But he is kind of large,
That's
so
why
he's
I
just
do
kind of like
Yeah, so
trying to fit through.
trying to fit through. Okay. So
That's like doing tippy taps.
Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah,
on
tippy
second
taps in the
level.
door.
Meanwhile, Callisto's out there with Gao playing like balls and jacks. Just like doo-doo-doo. Peace
Oh
Oh
boards
god, you got
hop.
Flippy out there with them.
Gao is licking his lips, looking at Flippy. Looks like big chicken.
Hang on, wait a second. Why it's saying it's 1d4? It's supposed to be 1d8.
Cure you previously you cast healing word, which was 1d4. Cure wounds is 1d8. So maybe you just copied over something differently.
Yeah, maybe. GM, can I do this again?
Yeah,
Properly.
totes. Yeah, yep. If you've got
Because,
some incorrect dice,
I changed it. So
go
It's
for
just
it.
2d8 plus
Again.
2, right?
Once more with feeling.
Something like that.
one hit by more.
No, that's much better because it's 5 plus 8, right? Or oh wait, 1d8 plus 4 and 1d8. Yeah, so so it's 5 plus 8, so you got 13 hit points.
Yep.
It separates it out because of the higher level cast. It's really weird.
Oh, okay, I see it.
You have to add them together.
And I am able to attack? Yes. Or I have to use bonus action?
I think you'd have to use a bonus because is cure.
Cure wounds is a full action.
Is an action,
Healing
yeah.
word is a bonus. So by casting cure wounds, you can't attack. But you can move. perhaps 5 feet to the side there, and then you're still within range. Allow a certain dwarf to access this guy.
Yeah, I'm going to move aside.
Maybe not that far, because then he'll attack you.
It's true.
Just yeah.
Any-
just enough.
Anyway, he will be able to attack me, so...
Right.
It's true with his spear. Yeah.
Well, this way he doesn't get a free attack.
But it's the difference between a free attack and no free attack.
It's true.
Yes.
Okay. All set? That's such an American.
Cosette.
Then Ulfgar, over to you.
Okay. First, I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Move here.
He is going to take it. He's going to stab you.
That would hit. So that's half damage. Is it rounded up or rounded down? I don't know.
Round it down.
Okay. So that's 7 more points. Hold on, I can just click on this. -7. There we go. Alright, and then Ulfgar will use a bonus action to cast Healing Word. Let's see what spells I have left here besides Healing Word. Yeah, he's going to use... Wait, he already used a 2nd level. So he's going to use another 2nd level to cast it on Tobias.
Dude, you're muted.
He will use Healing Word. Sorry.
Then I get muted as well now.
Yeah, you do. Haha, I take it with me.
Rude.
At 2nd level on Tobias. Let's click the button. 2nd level, submit. Boop. So you get 9 more points of health. And then Ulfgar kind of leans as far into this statue space. I don't know if I could do this with... Is it shift? Is it alt?
Alt.
Yeah, it's alt. All right.
What are you doing?
Like that. And tries to angle it so that he can also cast a full spell, because this is his action. Where is it? It's a draw shape. You guessed it. Loud noises. He does a level 3 Fus Roda.
Okay.
Let's take that down. Okay. Sorry, I had to mark the spell off. And where is it? Thunderwave. Which, there's no to hit, it's just a save. Let me click on it. Level 3, submit. So that's a DC 15 con save. That's a lot of damage potential.
Everyone's eardrums burst because we're inside.
Yeah.
Well, think of it this way though. That nat 20 did not happen. So ignore the pluses on there. It's 9 plus 2. Total of 11.
Oh, I see. Okay. So wait, he's doing a con save, right?
Yes. So he passes. He takes half damage, which is very disappointing. And he is not pushed, which is also disappointing. Curses.
Still in your face.
And that's all I've got.
Okay. Alright.
Get rid of that.
Aelia.
Let's mix it up, shall we? Let's hit him with a...
Say it again. Sorry.
Hit him with a spear.
Oh, okay.
But I did not. And Sacred Flame. And you're going to be like, that's not mixing it up.
Boop.
And I gotcha.
And this time he makes his dex save. Does he take half damage?
I don't think he takes any.
Okay. Alright.
It's a cantrip, so it's...
Yeah. Right. Then these guys are going to retort.
No.
What? No. Yes.
No.
So this guy, Ulfgar, you have his attention now.
I shouted at him loud
He
enough.
is going to smack you with that. And he's going to crit you with that.
-7 and then another -9.
Let's do stone skin armor.
Jeez. Okay. I'm so glad I've got stone skin. For crying out loud.
Then this guy, if I can not edit his token, that would be great. The guy next to you, Aelia, is going to again shield bash you for starters.
This guy is a jerk, and that. Is it meat the armor class or?
Yeah.
It's meat armor. Okay, he does hit then.
Okay.
And roll. Stop trying to push me over, man.
Okay, I think it's.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I think it's time to Arokh to be involved.
And then when you hit the floor, he jabs at you with his spear but misses.
Horse down, horse down.
Jeez.
Nay.
I think you're supposed to say no.
I
Close
did.
enough.
I know.
And he's gonna then move over here. And then last guy is going to jab at Valia, missing the first time, and I think hitting the second time.
Is this me?
Yeah, so 20 to hit.
Yeah, that one does hit me, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Only take 6.
Let's see. Is there anything else evil that they can do? He's got
Yes.
that. He's got that.
There's
he's got
lots of evil that they can do.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for their turn. Then over to you, Valia.
Okay, I'm like, man, you're pissing me off.
Hang on. GM,
Yes.
they are holding their shields, are they?
This guy is. The others are not.
Okay. Because you can't two-hand spear with a shield.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, so he did like the one-handed after he shield bashed
Gotcha.
you, but the other one
Right.
has it on his person but is not holding it. Okay.
Okay, that's the first.
So he does the thing that he did before, where he kind of uses his spear to parry away your warhammer.
Just let me hit you.
All right. Oh, and then yes.
Block that. Okay, I like that damage better.
He has regrets. That hits as well.
You're more familiar with your claws than you are the use of this crude weapon.
I know, isn't that bad? That's so sad. It's the rage, man. That rage is rough.
I think
And I haven't even used
pulverize
my...
it.
I've never used my reckless attack. I get advantage on it too, but they also get advantage on me, which is why I don't use it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
They are kind
Especially
of.
with these hits.
Yeah, they do like dealing the damage.
Yeah, so I'm just yelling at this guy, die! Just die already! It's like his face is all clawed off now.
Yeah, yep. And he's just methodically stabbing at you with his spear. Just
I'm like, quit blocking me, I'm getting good rolls.
It's like fighting the mummy's guard.
But I do need 300 XP, so it's okay.
we appreciate Clay Gladiators your contribution to Valia leveling up.
Valia is actually saying this stuff, and we're all kind of like, what?
Is she playing a game
What are
again?
you talking about?
Alright, Tobias. What you gonna do?
Arokh's gonna come in there and just rip them all to shreds.
Yeah.
If he will be able to fit. That's
Yeah, the door wasn't
my
open very
concern. Okay, Tobias is going to strike this one
Okay.
with hang on. Yeah, okay. He's going to strike him with the wand of web.
Okay. I have to remember now. Hang on. Let me go look.
forgot about that.
Just imagine
Wonder web.
Tobias going, "Be still, be still." Instead of magic missile, it's "Be still."
Doesn't everybody have wands all of a
Alright, so
sudden?
he gets to make a dex saving throw. It is kind of like Wonderama out there. Dex. I think do you have the DC?
Yeah, my DC. It will be DC. Yes, it will be my DC, right?
Yeah.
It's 13.
So he meets it, right?
So
Okay. So I think
he is or he isn't webbed.
well he met the DC, so I think he is not webbed. Wait, which one was it? Oh, it doesn't.
This one.
Okay. So it kind of like he methodically just kind of dodges out the way and bleh, this web just kind of splats on the wall behind him.
Okay, now it's going to make this much more interesting.
Okay.
I'm going to stab it as bonus action with a dagger.
Okay. You hear a hiss from Chatter, and that does not hit.
Okay.
Your dagger will never hit these creatures. Arokh. Could Arokh make a strength check to try and like pull himself through this gap?
Actually, door is open.
Door is open, but Arokh is large, right?
Yeah, he's large.
We were only able to open it so much. We had to squeeze through.
Did he have a look of view on this one?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, then he's going to burst a breath weapon through the door.
Nice.
In this line.
Okay. All right.
Every little helps.
Breath weapon. It doesn't matter because it's line and it hits.
Yeah, he makes
and that will be
dex save.
acid damage. It will be dex save for hang on.
Yeah, for him to dodge out of the way of it.
Breath weapon.
That's a lot of good numbers you rolled there. Well done.
Breath weapon. Hang on, let me find this. DC is equal. Dex for full half damage. Okay.
Yep. Well, he fails, so he takes the full 26.
Nice. This little dragon head pokes in through the door. Bleh.
Oh, you guys...
I just yell out, "My kill!"
I think you guys can hear like Arokh is he senses kind of Tobias's situation, and so you've heard this like scrabbling through the door over there.
He's do I have to take do Arokh have to take a full action to get squeezed through the door?
I think yeah, I'll take that as a solution. So if he wants to kind of end his turn like there, just inside the door, that's we could class this as like difficult terrain for him because he's really got to squeeze his way in here. Does that make sense?
Okay. So that will be that for now.
Okay, so he is like.
As he's going to, but shouldn't he make a strength check for this?
I mean, it could be either or, right? I think it's either difficult terrain, or if he wants to try and move faster, he could make a strength check to move more quickly.
Okay, so let's assume that he just make it through the door.
Okay.
Okay, that will be for this.
Okay. Ulfgar.
Boy.
You sound so exhausted. These clay golems.
Actually, shouldn't this clay gladiator be dead?
Nope, not yet.
It hadn't been hit that often.
He has some life left in him.
Of some sort, yeah. Just wait till someone hits the reset button and then they all get back up.
I mean, yeah.
Ulfgar tries again with Thunderwave.
Okay. It's a good thing Arokh didn't move any closer.
Well, that's why he's specifically doing this, but he's keeping it at level 1.
Okay.
He's just hoping to push this thing onto the grate. I don't know if it's gonna. Is that like an actual grated floor, or are those just bars across, or?
That there are bars across. Yep. So the gap between the bars is about 2 feet.
Okay. So he's just trying to push this thing, if possible. Where's Thunderwave? Thunderwave. And hold on. Just level 1. DC 15 con save. That's better than the other one. Alright, so he makes it. He takes 6 regular sound damage. Boo.
Yeah, all your ears are ringing by this point because Ulfgar is
yelling
these
fall,
incredible shouts
fall
behind you. And it just echoes around this room.
Oh, first time
reverberates off the walls.
He was all Foos Roda, now he's just Foos. So let's use this up another one of those spells. And I guess how are people looking at this point? I mean, I can see Tobias's like health meter, but I don't know how.
Oh, that's right, because you were helping me out with it.
Right, but I don't know how others are looking at this point.
I can't speak for Aelia actually, because I'm not sure. I think Rorax, you might be tracking your HP separately.
I'm editing the core health points.
Oh.
Current hit points 25 of 47. So like.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then
that's weird. I'll have to take a look at that in a sec. And then Valia, Lyssa, would you agree you're about a third down?
Oh,
yeah.
Then
I'm
she's
all right for now.
fine. She's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh.
I'm not even half yet.
That's weird.
I could take a couple more hits.
Actually, I wouldn't be able to cast that other spell anyway. So I guess I just come out of the alcove at this point, and I use what's left to put away Bob and pull out the adamantine rapier. That's it.
Okay. All right. Then Aelia.
Okay, this time actually mixing it up though.
Hey!
Ooh, here they are.
Return.
She is got to the point where she feels like it's necessary to call on her ancestors.
Okay. So 15 feet around, so you're going to basically get like all of them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they must make wisdom saving throws. Okay. They're not as wise as they were strong. So let's do that's this guy. So then
Fails.
This guy is next. Also fails. And then the last guy 15?
Also fails.
Okay, they're all failed. So they take 11.
Plethora of failures. There we go.
Whoops.
Okay, so let's do it in the same order. That's 11 for that guy. That's 10 for that guy. And 7 for this guy. Oh, 17, sorry. Okay. Alright. So another fantastic display of these spirit guardians racing through, and they kind of like whenever they pass through these clay golems, you can see the clay golem kind of is like physically affected by it, and then is, you know, it takes away some of the life force as they leave his body.
Except this time, some of the spirit guardians like, gosh, seriously? Not really.
Okay. Right. So clay gladiators. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Aelia? Or
No, that's all I can do.
okay. All right. This guy not looking so good by you, Valia, but he is still going to jab you with the spear. Oof. And he misses on the second attack. Anything else he can do? Okay. This guy behind you, Ulfgar, is going to that was the guy shield bashing. He's gonna continue. He kinda likes this combo. So
Is he attacking me?
nope, he's attacking Aelia again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's any point. I mean,
Well,
being knocked prone is kinda like
If she's prone, they get advantage to hit her.
oh, okay.
I also don't get my bonus.
Right.
But you are not prone this time. Not knocked prone. But so then he's going to go for the one-handed spear at you.
And miss.
And then this guy, Ulfgar, is going to attack you. He doesn't have a shield, so he's going to go for the one.
So you do need to make a concentration save.
I do?
No, not you. Rorax.
Oh.
She got hit by the shield bash.
Right. Well, how do you make a concentration save?
I think
Is there a thing?
it's
Is it just my wisdom?
no, it's actually Constitution. But I
Oh.
thought that there was one that was actually labeled as concentration. No, it's not on there. So it's just a Constitution save, actually, then. I'm pretty sure that would fail
Yeah.
without even looking up the rules on it. Sorry. I want them to live.
they scatter to the winds and just
Okay. So Ulfgar, did you get your damages?
Oh, I'm sorry. Those were attacking me?
The last two attacks, the two-handed, are for you. Yes.
Ouch. Okay. Well, the one of them hit, the other one did not.
Okay.
That would be 7 points of damage. So
Okay.
-7. Okay. I'm fine. Feeling cheery.
Hey, you're tanking as a bard, you know? It's like- Valia.
Valia eats them all. Whirlwind bite attack.
Oh, I think, have you muted us again, sir?
Sorry. I typed -7. I gotta stop typing.
Why don't you use your stream deck? for this?
I do use my stream deck. I've got a
Seriously?
microphone on there, but I've got it hooked up to a different microphone than this
Oh my
microphone.
gosh. I need a pile of rubber bands so I can, like, ping them at you. Yes.
So yeah, she was talking to you, Valia.
Oh, Valia, your turn.
Okay, we're gonna go with the same old same.
Okay.
I thought you were supposed to miss with the Warhammer for the same old, same old.
Yeah,
Well, he
I
does.
think I did miss.
Yep, he does the thing where he parries the Warhammer away with the first strike.
How's he do that?
Para King.
Oh,
The second one hits though.
rude.
He is
I mean, at
gonna-
least I didn't roll like a nice big 25 like I did a while ago, and he parries it.
Sorry. The bite misses though.
At least I got one hit. I'm
You
just
need
like,
a bit
I'm
of
tired of.
inspiration.
Yeah.
I think Ulfgar's been using his bonus actions for healing.
I've used up all of my inspiration at the beginning of the battle.
Oh no!
I was already down 2 when we started.
Oh no! All right, Tobias.
What I could do? Hang on. Let me see my spells. Let's do a point blank on this one. With guiding bolt.
Okay.
on first level.
Poof.
Come on, big bucks. No. No.
Yeah, the very faint light comes out of my hand. And then I'm going to try a dagger with... Nope.
Negative. Do you want to move at
Then
all?
I-
Or?
Actually...
I-
I don't want to provoke the opportunity.
Damn it.
She's like, do it.
So I'm going to stand for now.
Okay. And how about Arokh? Is he going to move?
Arokh, he's going to cloud this one.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And
The quest.
misses.
The quest for 4 spears. I tell you what, this has been the most difficult
Hey, they're special spears,
quest
all right?
for
Don't-
mundane spears.
I think this is, as far as I've been in the campaign, our hardest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it was before we had a similar encounter when we were a little bit overwhelmed.
Was it the grung, maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was the ground.
It's been quite a while since you guys, had-
Of course, we can just take dragon by ourselves. It's fine, But a couple just nasty little venomous frogs.
Well, there was like 24 of them or something.
Then you guys were low level at the time.
And they
in your
paralyzed
defense.
us every time they hit us.
So, Ulfgar, what are you up to?
Oh, was it my turn?
Aside from reminiscing your woes
Ooh,
of
okay.
poisonous frogos.
I'm going to double attack the one here.
Bam, bam.
With the rapier.
Oh, the rapier, Bob's.
Bob's been put away. That's what I did at the last turn because I can't hit as easily as I can with the with the rapier.
All right, do it.
So let's try it. There we go.
Yep, that'll hit. Wait, which one? The one
South of me.
Okay, this one.
9 adamantine rapier damage. And then the second attack is 16. Boo.
Boo.
Do I get a bonus because I have so many people surrounding him? He seems confused. No. And then I use my bonus action. Wait a second. Is the shield he's holding, is it metal?
He's not holding one. He's got it on his person, but
Oh, he does?
he's not holding it.
Oh, okay. Is it metal?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. What about the one behind me? Is that one holding one?
Yeah, he is holding a shield.
And he keeps shield bashing with it, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's having fun.
Shoot. That's an action. I can't cast it. Okay, forget it.
You're gonna heat metal.
I was going to heat metal.
Yeah, then he
alright.
can hit Aelia with a hot shield. I mean, that
Ex-
sounds like fun.
I'm going to use...
Thank you, Ulfgar.
Yeah, I'm going to just try it there. So I'm going to cast Healing Word, level 1, on Aelia.
I mean, yeah. Why is that
And,
not?
hold on.
Let me
Oops,
look at this.
submit. Roll it. 6 healing.
I mean, I greatly appreciate that.
And that's it for my turn.
Oh, I think I
Okay.
found. what it is. There we go. I found it.
What is?
Put it. Save. There we go. Okay. Now the bar is linked to your HP, Aelia.
Thank you.
So you're all done, Ulfgar?
Yes.
Okay. Aelia.
Or is
I am going to
done
action.
for.
So
Ooh,
this gives me 1 extra action and 1 extra bonus action.
nice.
Holy crap!
Fighter!
And then I am going to healing word my
Okay,
for 5.
nice.
You're healing yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I am going to two-hand spear the one with the shield.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I like this.
this is
Looks
gonna
good.
hurt.
It's a good start. Strong finish.
Is it?
Very
Jab
good.
into his clay body.
And then with my 2 bonus actions, because I'm amazing, I am going to second wind.
What? That's amazing.
Nice. So that's at least 2 hit points, right? There you go.
That's
That's
4.
hey, that's 4 more than you had.
It's true.
And then your other action is to
And then my other action is to Sacred Flame.
yes, this is good.
Gotta respect the sacred flame. Alright, I should know by now to have the decks ready, but... Oh,
Ah,
so rude.
still, that was a pretty rad
Yeah.
move from.
Yeah, it's like an epic combo. You guys see this whirling
You see
dervish of
her-
activity.
You basically see her go from almost on death's door to almost at peak health, and also stabbing this thing at the same time.
Second wind indeed.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, Clay Gladiator's turn. This guy over by Valia is gonna keep doing what he's doing because he's kind of digging that.
He's messing with her, that's for sure.
Oh, so it misses on the second one though. That's for sure. Then, does he want to continue to shield bash? Not sure he saw.
Go bash.
He kind of dropped the one in front of you. Aelia drops his shield and goes for the two-handed spear.
Yeah.
Oh, and he misses. Oh, and he hits.
Ah.
And then Ulfgar, the one in front of you is trying to decide. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh.
Sorry.
No, he's still gonna jab at you, Ulfgar, because
Kind of figured.
you are a tasty morsel. But I think he misses both times, right?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. Right, Valia. Finish him.
If I use a healing potion, because that's an action, is it taking both of my hits? Because I get 2 attacks.
Yeah, because those 2 attacks are your action, right? And then your unarmed
one
attack
action,
is
okay.
your bonus action.
All right, yeah, I just wanted to double check that. I'm just gonna try to wail on.
Okay.
I know he's gonna parry the fur.
He does. He does. Yeah.
Second one sneaks up on it.
Yep. You think he'd learn by now?
Oh, come on! Let me down, Claws. You let me down.
They're jealous of the hammer's attention.
Yeah. Alright, Tobias.
They are. Is he at least looking about done for? I mean, like, he has, should have, almost no head left at this point.
He's got, just his mouth left, that's all. The rest of it is, just this blobby
I
mass.
carved it in the shape of Ulfgar's head.
Yeah, he's looking,
Handsome.
Wow. Just wow. He's looking seriously wounded. Yeah, you think another couple of good hits and he'll be done. Alright, Tobias.
She's
What you
not
got?
telling you that you're not going to be allowed to do any good hits.
It would hurt less if I failed the first roll and he tried to parry.
All right, Tobias. Kill them all.
Kill them all.
No survivors. There will be no survivors.
Four clay gladiators
Valia,
enter. Four
Valia
clay
is
gladiators
still
leave.
raging?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to swing with the chatter at this one next to Aelia.
He's too far away for you to hit the bonus.
Am I?
Yeah, he had to be
5
within
feet.
5 feet. Which is basically right next
Not
to me.
10?
No.
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry.
You're right. It's 15, isn't it?
Yes, it's 25. Everybody.
It's the whole room.
Yeah.
Oh,
They get advantage too.
okay.
Oh crap.
Yeah, finally.
Well, that hits anyway.
It's so useful.
Yes.
Finally.
Alright, wait, this one?
This
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. 10 chatter damage.
Yep, he just says, see what we can do together.
We can carve pretty designs.
Anything else Tobias wants to do, or?
No.
Okay. Arokh.
Arokh. He's going to tail slap this one of them.
just, just to add insult to injury.
Tail slap him and jump on him until he just squishes through the bar.
That hits.
And he's going to grab him with the tail.
Oh, okay.
Grab.
So then
Yeah,
it's
grab, bite, claw, pencil slam, and tail slap, and tentacle attack. Yeah, okay. And he will be grabbed.
so doesn't he get I think don't they get like opposing strength or no? Wait, hang on. Wait, what?
It can attempt to grapple target as a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, so the grapple would
I
be
mean,
oh, sorry. The grapple would be like opposing strength checks to see if you can hold him.
Okay.
Okay. So there's his strength.
So I should roll strength for Arokh then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Do you feel lucky? Oh yes, you do. Okay. Yeah. So the
Metal is harder than clay.
he's kind of yeah. Ulfgar, you see the one in front of you just gets entangled, just completely wrapped in Arokh's tail, and is currently kind of like struggling to break free. He wants to break free.
Sounds good.
Right.
That should
Did
do
you
it.
roll for that damage?
I don't think he did.
Oh yeah. Damage.
Nice.
Is that plus your strength modifier? I guess it is. Yeah. Okay.
+2.
Yeah, dex or strength.
1d8.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
it.
that will be 1d8. Yeah, plus dex.
Okay. Take some Talio damage.
Okay. Moving on.
Hey, Ulfgar.
I'm done.
Ulfgar sees his opening. There is a clay gladiator being held fast, granting
There is.
him an advantageous double attack action. He
Bam,
will
bam.
take it.
Do it, Bob.
No, Bob is put away for now. we're using the rapier. So 16
Up here.
does not hit, does it?
Nope. You're like trying to avoid Arokh's tail, and then you get a bit
24.
more reckless and are able to hit him.
There we go. 24 for 4 piercing damage.
Okay. You got a little stab in.
See? Yeah.
Oh.
And he casts level 2. No. Yes. No. Yes. He uses a level 2 healing. Aelia, how are you looking at this point?
About half.
Okay.
So I'm looking pretty messed up.
Gotcha. Just check him. So he casts a level 2 healing word at you. Oops. Let's do a healing word. Ignore the to hit. Then we click on the word. Level 2, submit. 8 points of healing.
Woo.
And that's
She earned a brand new spear hole last turn.
and that is it. Ulfgar is completed with his turn at this moment.
Alright, Aelia, you feel slightly refreshed. What would you like to do now?
Well, being slightly refreshed, I think I will examine things.
Speak with Clay Gladiator.
I'm going to set my spear, because I noticed that's a bonus action. And, no, because I have to take my action before bonus.
No.
No, you can do it in
Okay.
whatever order.
Well, I'm going to set my spear then, and I'm going to then spear attack this clay gladiator.
Okay.
Please hit, please hit, please hit.
Yes,
Oh.
it does.
Yeah.
Just. Okay. Wait, I thought it did like two dice damage, no? For being set?
It does, but I have to do it myself.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Very nice. Yep. You puncture a hole in his clay body.
Get punctured, son.
You staying where you are?
And
Alright, punctured clay columns are going to retort. So this guy over here, attacking Valia, same as before. Boop. They're not exactly the kings of variety here, and he misses both times, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
The one you just punctured, Valia, is stabbing back.
misses both times.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe these guys are... And then, Ulfgar, 2 spear stabs for you.
No.
Oh, the second one hits. Yes, they hit something.
So is that 6 or 7 damage?
And which one is that?
It's round down, so 6.
It's this one.
And
Oh, can he, because he's grappled, can he
He's
do that?
grappled,
he's grappled, so
You can attack. All the grappling does is prevent them from moving.
from moving.
Yep. What?
Yeah, that is correct.
Grapple has been nerfed.
Yeah, I think you have to actually pin them or something like that, or paralyze them, or something.
Sit
like
on
that.
him.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, this time I'm taking you down.
Okay,
Stop playing with dolls.
guess what he does? Don't hate me.
You parry the first one.
No, he doesn't parry the first one.
What do you mean he doesn't parry the first?
Well, because he can It says parry. Can use his reaction to parry one melee attack that would hit. So he's not going to parry a melee attack that wouldn't hit.
Dag nabbit.
Sorry.
Yeah, nobody's having a good round.
Valia, you need to give yourself advantage.
Yeah, I know. I pull that magic advantage out of my pocket that I've been holding on to.
Well, you give it to everyone else. So.
Right.
I know.
So what does she do? She goes and fights the clay gladiator in the corner away from everyone else. Thanks.
Wow.
I have not moved, thank you.
Yes,
Everybody look away
as
from
I
me.
recall,
Hey, it's
the rest
not
of
my
you.
Not my fault.
Excuse me, I
Wandered
benefit
off.
from it.
Except for Aelia, she's still there, but
Well, there
the
you go.
guy's not. So.
Alright, Tobias.
Okay, chatter became useful, so I'm
Do
going
it.
to hack it again on this one in front of me.
Yeah, I forgot.
On my right.
That your I forgot your
The one in
area
front
of
of me,
effect
then.
is gone.
This one.
Yes,
Okay.
This one. Da-da-da-doo.
Doodle-doo.
Nope.
Stab.
Negative.
Stabbity stab.
Negative.
Chapter
Dagger
says,
bonus action.
ooh, that was embarrassing.
Oh!
No, put that dagger away. Just because I missed once doesn't mean you can
The chatter would be like, swing better, you idiot.
get good.
Oh, good. Mm.
Good. Oh, okay.
And
that
Arrow?
will be for now.
Come on, Arokh.
What Arrow would do?
He has
got one
advantage
grappled.
to hit the grapple guy.
Yes, indeed. He got it. And he going to bite him.
Yes.
Just gnaws on his head a little bit.
Totally.
Yep, that will do it. He's grappled anyway, right? So.
Yeah, and he's going to claw him as a bonus action.
Okay.
But that hits anyway?
Yep.
Will I have an advantage?
Yep. Nice.
Just hacking through the clay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bits of him are falling off. Okay, Ulfgar.
Ulfgar tries attacking that same guy again with his same rapier. Oops, that's a Vegapygmy.
It's like you're going through your pockets, rapier. What? Where did this come from?
He's got that advantage, so he will attempt to hit. Please hit. Hitting would be good, yes. Oh, fudge biscuits. All right. He tries a second attempt. Come on, he's got a plus freaking 6. Okay, nat 20.
Yep.
We'll do this.
Okay.
There we go. That's not bad. 14
So wait,
points
is
of
this guy, right?
yes.
Okay.
14 points of adamantine rapier piercing damage
To the face.
to whatever. As long as it hits him and does damage.
To the clay man.
Mhm. And then Ulfgar casts Healing Word on himself. Because he's kind of feeling... Whoops, level 1. Level 1. Submit. He's kind of feeling the heat. A little bit. There we go.
Okay.
Plus 7. No, not equals. Plus 7. Making sure not to use the numpad. There we go.
Thank you. I'm not muted. It's amazing.
That is it for my turn.
Alright, Aelia. You guys are whittling them down slowly.
They have so much health.
They are sponges.
Well, I think that they're taking half damage from all of our attacks that are non-magical.
Or piercing.
We're
Sorry,
dancing in the corner, dodging each other's hit.
Darn spidery dudes. Sticking themselves like glue to the wall.
I like that. That was pretty good.
That was darn creepy.
I'm gonna try something a little different here. I'm gonna flip around so my high knee's showing. Smack him in the face.
Okay. Boot to the face.
Dang it.
Oh.
Spin back around and I Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Please, Val, that's a really good one.
That is a really good one. Oh.
Dang it.
Sorry.
I blame you, GM. You rolled bad die.
Definitely my fault. Definitely my
So
fault.
rude.
Right. So, from the top once more.
No.
Two-handed attacks on Valia, both missing. Wow, these guys it's like everybody's getting tired in battle and you're just kind of like, everybody's missing.
It's like fighting a wall.
This guy sees some opportunity though, and
No.
yes,
No.
he does. Two-handed attacks on Ulfgar, but both miss.
Denied.
Yep. And then last one, going for Ulfgar as well.
Ah. Jeez, oh Pete.
Ooh, how do you like
how
them
many times
apples?
are you attacking me? That's 4?
That's 4. 2 from that guy and then 2 from the other guy.
I don't like either one. They're both using two-handed, eh?
They both, yep. This guy here, his shield is on the floor. He just kind of dropped it. He's like, whatever.
Who's the
Shield
other
bash
guy?
is boring.
The one that's south of me.
You still,
So they
still
both.
have your stone skin. So
I
you
do still have my
have
stone
them.
skin. So
It's
that's
keeping him alive.
26. That's 13 points
Keep
of damage.
yourself alive.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this.
Stay in the line. Stay in the line.
Ah.
Like, ow, ow, ow.
No kidding.
Oh,
Ulfgar's stony form is
Make
looking
me
just as
resurrect you as a zombie.
chipped up. Oh god!
wow. As if I needed more incentives. to try
Did you
and kill
forget?
Ulfgar.
In this campaign, there's no resurrection.
Maybe Valia will be more obedient.
We'll
after
just
this.
we'll just feed you to another We'll just feed you to a T-Rex. It'll be all right.
Oh.
Can be vomited back out.
Reborn. Okay. Me and this clay gladiator got some business to take care of.
Seriously, finish him.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Harry, you know you wanna.
No, he's not going to parry that.
Hmm.
He's going to parry
I'm
that.
gonna change it up.
Oh, he parries the bite.
You
Oh,
parried the
Ah.
bite.
Oh!
Change it up on you.
Nat 20 on the magical Warhammer of Doom.
It's not an advantage.
yeah, sorry. But it's still a big negative 10.
I said
It-
Nat. It's there, so you must take it.
Yeah.
Isn't that crit?
No. She doesn't give herself advantage.
Yeah, I don't get advantage myself. Yeah,
She was attacking this guy over here as well.
but my bites have been a little bit lower in damage, so I'm like, I'm gonna change this up on
Yep. I mean, they are very methodical, so he's just going to parry the first, pretty much.
the first hit. Yeah. Okay, that's it for me. Come on, die already.
He's very close. Alright, Tobias.
I'm going still attacking the one in front of me.
Okay.
That's well next to Aelia.
I used that one. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
No, not this. I mean. dagger
Oh,
as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes, with the dagger.
That's a good dagger.
It's a crit with the dagger. Nice.
How's Owlclay, Mr. Man?
How's what?
You.
Me?
How's this claim, Mr. Man, in front of me and
Oh, he is about 2/3 down. Like, he's looking... Yeah, he's missing bits. He's wobbling a bit.
Cracks out.
He's got some serious cracks in his body, but seems to be holding it together a little.
And the one south of me?
On south of you, hang on, let me looks a little worse than the one behind you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Arokh.
Arokh, he sees that grappling the clay statue wasn't preventing him from damaging Ulfgar, so he decides to throw it into the pit.
Throw it in here, you mean?
Yeah.
So the gaps between the bars are actually like 2 feet wide, so he's not gonna fit. You'd have to like shove him. It's not gonna.
Can I do that?
You can drag him,
You can drag him.
but I don't think that you can force him through the bars.
But dragging will take my action, right?
I need to go look at grapple.
I'm not entirely sure.
Hang on, let me look.
I know it uses up a lot of your movement to do so. You looking up the grapples?
Yeah, except it's a condition in here, which sucks. Hang on.
Grapple rules for monsters.
1 moment, call it.
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really say much in there. It's funny these guys aren't trying to break out of the grapple. Guess they're just like, nope, you're within range, must attack. That is default setting.
Okay.
Default software for the clay golems.
Mm-hmm. From the reach of the grappling growth, creatures hurled away by
the grappled condition. Okay. Moving a grappled creature. When you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved. So unless the creature is... Oh, the speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes smaller than you, but these guys are just 1 size smaller than Arokh. So you could drag him. It wouldn't use your action, it would just use your movement, but you would only be able to move like half what you usually can.
So are you saying his dragon could drag him?
Yeah.
He's a dragon.
Arokh has speed like 40 feet.
So he could drag him for 20 feet.
The dragon could drag him.
The dragon could drag him
20 feet.
Makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So he's going to drag him up here, but he's going to force him in next up above the grate.
Oh, like there?
Yeah, like there.
Okay.
Cool.
I suppose that will be an uneven terrain for him.
Yep, it would be difficult terrain. He's trying to balance on the bars now, so...
And then he's going to bite him.
Okay. Gets another chomp on the head. Nope.
Too busy dragging.
Too hard.
How about the claws hit? Okay. Here we go. Right. Ulfgar. What you gonna do, Ulfgar?
I don't know.
See, I can pick on you.
Are you serious? That's okay. He's gonna use his bonus action first. To cast a spell. Fudge. It's 3rd level. Oh no, he's not. He's gonna use a bonus action to drink a cheery potion. Which I don't know how much it heals. It was described to me as a cheery potion that is a healing potion.
Where did you find this potion?
Medusa Laney.
What? No, we didn't make it out of there with any good stuff.
So bitter.
I think
bitter.
The cherry potion was somewhat
recent.
recent.
Had cherry potion somewhere.
Well, it's at least the 1st level healing spell. So that's
Okay.
gonna be what?
You just go.
2d4 plus.
Yeah, unless you can tell me where you got it, I can't
2. Okay.
tell you much about it.
Roll 2d4 plus what?
3.
Plus 3.
Just
Okay.
pulls a random number out of our ass.
I like this. Woohoo! And I get 10 points of healing. Which is good, because that's more than I had hit points. There we go. Feeling better. Feeling stronger. Gonna go for it. Gonna try stabbing the gladiator in front of me. So let's go back
Let
up
the
here.
stabbing begin.
Indeed.
Is it a bonus action to give yourself a potion, but an action to give somebody else a potion?
I don't know.
Ooh. Yep.
What is it? I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know the potion. I thought that they were all just a bonus action, but
Yeah, because I when I asked earlier if I use the potion, it's an action. It would take up both my hit. I don't remember.
No, you're right. But actually, I'd interpreted your question a little bit differently. I thought you were asking like if it would only, like if you'd be able to get off like one of the.
Yeah, I was under the impression to drink a potion, it was an action. I'll look it up and double check.
well, you know what? I will make things easier. We'll negate the 10, and I will cast my 3rd level healing spell.
Oh.
So there.
Going for it.
Yeah. Well, just because
Potions.
just gonna do it. Spell. I've already got it.
We're all about. You can tell that you guys are feeling the pressure because suddenly the rules are coming out.
Level
Well, I know
3.
the old school ruling, it was a full action to do a potion. That's why I didn't know if it had changed, because I've heard mixed rules.
Guess
from
how
the
many
new
hit
one.
points I healed? 10.
Yay!
So I don't need to change anything except for the spells lost.
I'm gonna.
Okay. And Ulfgar will still do a double stab at the gladiator above him. Whoops, and I just closed his sheet with his rapier. 23. And I'm pretty sure that hits, so I'm rolling damage. 6 piercing. And then I rolled an attack again.
Yeah, technically it's an action.
Okay.
Although it seems to be a popular house rule to have it as a bonus action.
Wow.
But as
Okay,
we've
so
been,
it's really a DM discretion.
yeah, as we've been,
Okay.
I don't want to like penalize you as you've been, as we've said, it's an action for you. I mean, it's going to stay an action for now.
So another hit, and
Sorry, I got to catch up on these.
that's all right.
These
16
rolls.
total piercing damage.
16. Okay,
16 total piercing damage.
16.
And that's it.
All right, Aelia.
Nice. I am going to try a hoof attack again. Yay!
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's bludgeoning damage, by the way.
Okay.
If that seems to have any more apparent effect.
He definitely has a hoof print on his torso.
Your hoof just goes through.
And he needs to make his dex save. Or not make it, as the case may
You
be.
should aim for the head.
He does not make it. And that's a decent amount of damage there from that Sacred Flame. Okay. So he gets a chunk blasted off him by the Sacred Flame. And he's looking pretty haggard at this point. Swaying kind of worryingly. Okay. He is still going to, well, let's start at the top as we usually do. These guys are one-trick ponies. No offense, Aelia. So he does a crit on you, Valia.
None taken, I'm not a pony.
Okay. Fair enough. Right, then the one that just got the hoof to the face is actually going to stab Ulfgar. Misses.
Yay.
Misses.
Yay.
And then The one that's currently being grappled is going to use his action to try and break the grapple.
Either strength or dex.
With a strength check. Oh, that's not great. So Arokh needs to make an opposing strength check.
Come on, Arokh. Yeah!
Oh. He almost got away.
Just barely.
Yeah. Okay. Valia. Finish him.
Okay, we're gonna try this.
Valia, I've been told we're only getting
Please.
299 XP for this
Please
battle.
wrap it up.
Right.
Yep, he parries that. Oh. Yep, he takes that full damage. Oh no.
No, Warhammer, you let me down.
Oh no.
So close. He is like
Okay.
about to lose all structural integrity. He's so close to being dead. Tobias. This one is pretty close as well. He's not he's got chunks missing from his body that makes it look like a few good hits and he'll be a pile of clay on the floor.
Okay, try to hit this gunchatter.
Instead of a pile of clay that's stabbing us.
Wow.
Nice.
Or not.
You're right, you are a crowbar.
He said,
dagger
we'll
was
see
a
about
bonus
that.
Yay, dagger.
Dagger.
What is going on?
It's a good roll with that dagger.
Yep, he takes that damage. Yep. Okay, Arokh.
Arokh is going to continue biting him.
Biting and clawing.
Like,
Poor victim. The bite misses.
and he's going to claw him. At least, nope.
Nope.
Still bits that are too hard for him.
Ulfgar.
So
So,
how bad's this gladiator looking at this point?
pretty freaking bad.
Let's
Like
try.
one more hit.
Let's try stabbing it with the rapier. There.
How?
Well, let's see the damage.
Let's stab it with an 8.
Oh, he's like clinging to life.
Oh, you said it would take one more hit, you liar.
Wow.
Kidding.
Well, finish him. Because
Finish him.
how do you want to do this, Mr. Ulfgar?
I want him to stop hitting people. That's all.
Okay.
I just want him to stop.
Wow, no flavor at all.
Ulfgar is so utterly
Grumpy
exhausted.
Party's getting grumpy.
Yeah.
Mentally and physically, he just slashes it and is thankful that it's done. Half leans on his rapier in the process. There you go.
All right. Yes, that one crumples to the floor after being stabbed through with an adamantium rapier.
And that's all Ulfgar does.
Okay, Aelia.
A spear is going to go flying over Valia's shoulder.
Okay.
And by flying, I mean it's still attached to my hand. I'm just using my reach.
Yeah. That hits.
I just yell, "My kill!"
Still might be because that wasn't quite enough.
So kill it already.
I'm trying.
And the dex save fails. And the Sacred Flame. Do you want to add any
Turns it to
flavor?
terracotta crumble, and it turns to dust on the floor.
Mm.
There we go. One more.
Sorry, not sorry, Valia.
This one is going to again try and break the grapple. Oh my god, no, he can't. That's pathetic.
He's held fast.
I think Arokh should get strength check.
Yep. I'm just thinking that, I mean, 8 is pathetic. But yes, Arokh should do a strength check to see. Maybe.
And he made it out.
He did! That's amazing.
Rude.
Everyone is so tired.
Seriously.
Even the Clay Gladiator is just like.
Wait, so hang on though, is it an action to try and break the grapple?
All the
Yes.
movement. Okay, it's a physics thing, right?
Yeah.
All the movement has created thermal energy, which has been drying them out.
Right. Valia.
I'm just going to pick up this spear and this spear and use my action to put them on the two over here. This one and this one if I have enough movement.
Yep, I would
And
say
that's
so.
fine.
And then I'm just gonna sit. I'm gonna move back and sit right by this pedestal.
Okay.
And that's everything, my full action.
Okay.
When you have all the movement
Valia
in the
is
world.
done.
Alright.
Yep.
She's
Tobias.
so done. Okay, my last guiding bolt towards this one.
Okay.
I'm just yelling, kill it, kill it.
Oh wait, yes, because he... Oh no, he broke the grapple.
Yeah.
So he's not.
Boom.
So nope, unfortunately. Unless you can think of any other reason why you would have advantage.
Because he's standing on uneven terrain and trying not to the gaps in the bars.
Waiting for him to trip.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt his movement more than his ability to dodge.
Have a nice fall.
But Arokh? Or is there anything else Tobias would want to do?
I'm going to move a little bit closer.
Okay. Alright. And Arokh?
And
Oh, sorry.
Arokh, I have to switch between the character sheets. He's going to use a tile slap on him, which misses.
Does miss.
He's going to try a claw him,
Okay. That hits.
and he's going to grapple him again.
Wait, can you grapple him with a claw?
It says that grapple is automatic on. It only makes successful attacks of the type. It can attempt to grapple a target as a bonus action. Okay, so no,
Oh,
he is
okay.
not grappled.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
No worries. Alright, Ulfgar.
I've-
Or did Arokh want to move anywhere, or is he happy where he's at?
Yeah, he is happy where he's at. Where he's at.
How's that golem looking?
A golem is looking, he's a few hits away, I would say.
So am I. Ulfgar firebolts him.
Ooh!
And... Pew! 7 fire damage.
Okay.
Pew pew!
Pew pew, indeed. That's interesting. Anything else Ulfgar would like to do?
He leans heavily on his sword.
Oh.
and fumbles around in his pocket to pull out a potion.
Okay. Aelia.
Aelia, wow, good question. I think she will move to here. And she's going to use reach to stab.
Okay.
That is Sacred Flame.
That is. Oh, that hits. Okay. Yeah, he looks like he's
And-
like one hit away from...
You said that
And
before.
rather than cheat, I'm just going to use that Sacred Flame I already did.
Okay. Then... Dex fails.
4 damage.
4. Okay, I lied.
For sacred
He's
damage.
a little bit. Well, 4 wasn't quite what I had in mind.
See?
He is like he's swaying precariously, especially standing on these bars. He looks like he's very close to death. However, he is not set to run away.
He's still got a spear.
He still has a spear, so let's see. So I think he's just gonna lazily stab at Arokh. So
2 attacks.
2 attacks, yep. 25 and then
both
8.
Both of them hits. So
Oh dear.
Arokh's AC is 14, so.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Arokh is dead.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
And he's going to disappear and go back into the gauntlet. So.
Mm-hmm.
Poof.
Yep. So you guys see the Arokh kind of turn into this misty vapor and then swirl back towards Tobias into his gauntlet.
Have you seen that before, Aelia?
I have not, and she is quite shocked. She did not even realize that Arokh was incapable.
Yeah, hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah.
When it did happen, it happened repetitively, but because no, there were some really vicious foes that he took out, that he took care of for us.
That will be 3rd time that he's down.
Yeah, I don't
thought
know what
that
this
there was-
repetitively
I
is.
thought there was 3 times before this.
I don't know.
It doesn't
Anyway.
matter. The Terrafolk
Are you really
relentless.
keeping score?
No.
Okay.
It's been a long time since he did that.
I think we should.
Alright. Aelia, you do see that Tobias's reaction to this is I'm sure you're kind of like upset
Aw.
about it. It's not like Tobias isn't reacting. Perhaps.
Disappointment mixed with very, very big concern.
Yeah. So it's not like Tobias doesn't react like Arokh has died. If that makes sense. It's slightly kind of scaled back from that level.
Just look on his face like, just nod again.
Well, she's familiar with spirits, so I don't imagine she would be sad. She'd be more shocked, because she wouldn't realize that that is what Arokh.
Okay. Alright, Valia, are you still taking respite next to the pedestal?
I'm just like, so I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna try to attack this guy.
Okay.
And he's gonna parry all your moves. No, I was just kidding.
He does parry that Warhammer. But you finish him
Go
anyway.
eat this one.
Yay!
So you finish him.
Hit him, and I'll grab the spear and stick it on the one behind.
So in one kind of fluid motion, as he's crumpling away and falling between the bars, the spear starts to tip and you just swipe it up, spin around and plant it in the statue behind you.
And go back to where I was till Ulfgar get the other one.
Ulfgar's sitting on the feet of one of the statue. He's in front of it. He says, "Get it yourself."
I mean, to be fair, it is right next to you, and the statue is right behind you.
He picks it up and says, "Who's to say if we activate this right now that it's a good idea?"
I just yell, "Put it on there!"
He says, "No, we'll do it in the morning."
Yeah, we should take a rest and...
I was like, don't make me cry on there.
Actually, this building looks pretty safe for a night.
Until we
I
open
doubt
up
this
some.
shrine has anything else for us. Put the spear in the statue of.
He sets it on the floor and says, "No, you do it." And he walks away.
You do actually, as the last clay gladiator dies,
Mhm.
and his kind of form falls between the bars and down to the pit below, you do feel like a slight tremor in the floor, just very slight, and it's enough to kind of, you see a vibration in the remains of the other clay golems, and the remains start to kind of edge towards the pit as well. So
Ulfgar says,
I was like, oh no.
have you forgotten Callisto's outside, and there are a bunch of those large cat things out there with snake heads?
Yeah, somebody yell out the door for Callisto to get in here so we can maybe push that door closed a little bit.
Ulfgar casts message in her direction.
okay.
Says,
And
hey,
while you're doing that,
come on inside.
Aelia trots over to the other spear to put it in its place.
Okay.
I'm just holding my breath, waiting for like something to come out of this panel. Like,
No.
So let's see. So you put the last spear in place, and you hear, Valia, from the pedestal behind you, a kind of like stone grinding noise, and from within the pedestal, the pedestal actually starts to turn. I don't know if you're like leaning against it or anything, but the pedestal itself starts to turn. And
I'm just standing there watching it to see if it does anything.
well, as it's turning, kind of like in this corkscrew fashion, the hatch on the top lifts, and out from out of the hatch rises up this kind of internal corkscrew, and on top of that is sitting let's see, is sitting hang on one sec, let me just make sure that I can, yep, sits this.
I just look at it and I slowly reach over and just touch it with one finger.
Yeah, it's just kind of sitting there, right?
I'll lift it off and I'll just look at it and like, it's a tile.
Is it actually a cube? Like it's...
Yeah, and I'll look at it real close while I'm like, it's some weird tile or cube or something.
Yeah, it is like a little cube, and it has the relief, the engraved image that you see kind of in one side of it. It's about 3 inches square, or 3-inch cube, kind of. So it's not huge. It's quite small. It's an oversized die, really.
Ulfgar says, it's the key.
Key for what? We haven't seen a door that goes to.
Said, I don't know. That's what the graffiti said when we came in.
What graffiti? I didn't write anything.
Not the graffiti you made. The graffiti that was already there. It said the cubes are the key.
A bunch of puzzles. Okay.
I don't know what it's a key to, but it's a key.
Aelia wanders over to Valia and puts her hand out. Can I have...
Yeah, I'll just hand it to you. I was like, yeah, it's neat looking. I mean, just hand it over. Look at it.
I put it up to my ear and I shake it.
I just kind of snicker. I'm like...
you don't hear anything from it.
Did you hear the ocean?
Did the rest come in?
I hear frustration, and she kind of looks around at the room that they're in and realizes they did all this for something cryptic.
So while you've been doing this, the remains of the clay golem kind of seem to almost roll away. Right? And so that's why I've removed the tokens, because there really isn't any evidence of their existence anymore. And then you do hear from below the kind of mechanical metal on stone noise again.
Can I examine one of these spears?
Yeah. Yep, it appears to be made of bronze. But aside from that, it looks very similar to yours.
Can I look over into the pit? I don't know if I'll see anything because I have no dark vision, but I'm gonna look over anyway and be like, I hope they're not coming together to make one giant one because I'm.
That's amazing.
Ulfgar starts ritual casting.
Okay.
Aelia places the puzzle box in her saddlebags and finally agrees that maybe we should do it.
I'm like, sure, you can keep a hold of that just in case. I'm just like, I just giggle. I'm so like out of it because.
We're just all wounded and tired.
Yeah, Tobias is proposing that we use this building as camp for the night because it looks relatively safe now.
I don't know. Do you hear all that noise down there?
Ulfgar says if you wait long enough, I can get this bubble up, and then we should be safe from anything coming up from down there.
I was like, well, I'm not going to argue because I need to rest. I'm hurt pretty bad.
Ulfgar is like super grumpy and gruff right now.
Wow. Grumpy Ulfgar.
Okay, so
I don't know if we've seen that.
So we are going to set camp right here.
Oops, sorry. Yeah. That's the plan.
Okay, so excuse me, I'll take my time to get Arokh back.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So you finish ritual casting the hut, and is it your intention to take a long rest?
It is.
Okay. Then I think this is probably a good spot for us to end this. Congrats, you guys. You got your first chunk of
Death.
something.
Chunk of
We
challenge.
That makes no sense.
But yeah, those golems were tough stuff. So
Yeah, no kidding.
well thought.
Thank you, GM.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll see where you head out to next time. Still a lot of city to explore. But
Were they 300 XP points worth of tough stuff?
She told me beforehand we're not getting more than 299.
they were they were significant XP worth because
They were rough, man.
Glad that I put that stone skin on straight away. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
yeah, that really kind of saved your ass there.
I was down past my halfway point that lap there at the finally.
I spent the whole time being like, why can't I attack twice?
Oy. All right. Well, I think we'll call it there, folks. Thanks again for stopping by for another episode of Dungeons and Dragons. We'll see you all next time. So, bye.
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 Bye.